Hello, everybody. We're starting with the video.
Check one, check two. Yeah, give it a second because I still see I'm on YouTube hasn't caught up yet. So did we go live? Oh yeah, here it goes. I see it. I see it. Yeah, it's working. Right on. It's all good. So, hey guys, what's going to happen here is we're going to watch a little video here while Nicole and Charles, I'm sharing my screen here. So, we're going to watch a little video on Flora. And while Charles and Nicole get their technical shit together, because they both know about Flora, but they don't have their stuff working, and I know nothing, and I sound crystal clear. So, are you ready? Here it
I
is.
have mine working. I
I'm
figured
just
mine
kidding.
out.
Hey, let's move.
But this video is very important. I want everybody to see exactly what happened tonight. I'm not hearing any audio.
Do you guys hear audio?
No audio should be no audio.
Yeah, I don't hear it neither.
When you
Okay, one second.
when you shared screen, did you select to share everything? That's the best way to do it. It has a little thing in there. You have to click
I'm sharing
for
this
audio.
complete screen. Oh, you know what? Put me down. I think there was a choice. Maybe I had to check something else. So I'm going to stop. We'll do that again. I think I might have had to check to share the audio too.
Now there you go. Oh,
Wait
that's
one second. I got
Nicole.
it.
Okay, we got Nicole.
Oh yeah, there's. You know
Yeah,
what? I didn't have it checked off. Don't worry. I didn't have it switched checked off,
all
so
good.
now I do.
I had
Hi
a
guys.
feeling, dude. You're all good.
Let's do
Hello,
this.
Nicole. How are you?
Good. How you
All right.
doing?
As soon
Let's
as
begin.
oh,
Hey,
it's not a live with Charles if everything doesn't go wrong at the last second. You know how it goes. All right, Shibby, you are on stage now. Everybody, go
yep.
ahead and mute so we can hear this lovely video. How it goes.
This
All
story
right,
centers
Shibby,
on
you are on stage now. Everybody, go
Yep.
ahead and mute so we can hear.
10-4. Everything's good.
Carroll County Sheriff's Deputy Drew Yoder. He suffered serious injuries attempting to reach the 4 girls killed in the Flora fire. We have only ever heard from the serious injuries at a brief news conference 6 weeks after the fire.
Some nights it brings tears to my eyes. Sometimes I try not to go past there. But I still think of those 4 little girls standing out there, dancing around, smiling at you, waving at you.
This is dash cam video of Yoder responding to the fire. You will only see what the camera is pointed at, but Yoder is wearing a microphone, and at times you will hear much more than you see.
Right.
Flora police officer Josh Dysinger arrives seconds before Yoder. The first voice you'll hear is the girl's mother, Galen Rose.
Where is it? They're upstairs? Hot. Yeah. County. Send cutler fire as well. Get cutler fire in there as well. Yeah. Where are the kids? Upstairs? Where's the picture? Stay around the corner to the left. Back it down. Guys, the next as well. Josh, you good? Josh, you good? I'm good. You good? I can't pull, man. I can't pull.
Inside the house, Yoder faced intense heat and thick smoke without protective gear while trying to climb this set of stairs. Then at the top, a landing on the left and another shorter set of stairs leading to the girl's bedroom. The girl's mother desperately tries to direct Yoder around that landing.
Help! You go around the corner. Please. Let's go. Go around the corner. Keep going.
But the smoke was too much.
Oh my! Guys, send tones. Keep sending off tones, please. We still got 4 kids inside. We can't get inside.
Yoder runs back to his car and races to the Flora Fire Department just 4 blocks away. The deputy is also a volunteer firefighter. The drive takes 24 seconds. He exits his car, races in, and yells to get the equipment moving.
Hey, we can roll, dude. There's people inside.
For the next 45 seconds, it sounds like Yoder is getting into his turnout gear. He then runs back to his car, races back to the scene with fire trucks just behind him.
Hey, they're coming. They're right here, dude. They're right here. They're coming.
Both Deputy Yoder and Officer Dysinger quickly put on air packs to re-enter the house. If you look here, you can see one of them entering, crawling on hands and knees. Just seconds later, something has gone wrong. At 3:45, an emergency call goes out. Officer down. Other firefighters are now working to rescue Yoder while still trying to reach the 4 girls. And as the fire starts moving more rapidly right to left, from the back of the house to the front door, an alarm sounds, signaling an air pack low on oxygen. Firefighters would reach Yoder and the 4 girls and bring them out. Feverish attempts at CPR were performed on the girls without success. Yoder was rushed to the hospital. At the same time, flames engulfed the entire house. The last thing we see on the video is an advanced life support vehicle pulling up just before 4 a.m. It would be almost 2 months before it was announced the fire was an arson. In the 6+ years since, the investigation has not produced an arrest. Before making our final decision to air the dash cam video, we did show it to Galen Rose at her request. She supports airing the video. It is her hope that it will generate tips from the public. They may finally bring this case to a close. Now, that number is 1-800-382-4628. You do not have to give your name to provide information. Steve Brown, CBS 4 Investigates.
And you can take another look at that video at CBS4Indy.com. You can also see all of our coverage of the investigation into the Flora fire.
Well, the owner
We're right.
Where is it?
Stay up. They're upstairs? Look, you see? Look, you see? Hot. Down. County. Send cutler fire as well. Get cutler fire in there as well.
Yeah, where are the kids? Upstairs?
One's upstairs.
Stay around the corner to the left.
That's it. Guys, the next well. Josh, you good? Josh, you good? I'm good. You good? I'll do it cool, man. I'll do it cool. Do we get? Can we bust the window up?
Yeah. Yeah, Kev. You go around the corner. Please. Let's go. Go around the corner. Keep going. Perfect. All right. Oh.
Oh my! Guys, 10 pounds. Keep sending it off soon, please. We still got 4 kids inside. We can't get inside.
Keep pushing her back. Look at foot. Don't worry about me.
Hey, we need to roll, dude. There's people inside. I know, dude. I don't do anything. I know, dude. I know. My car's out here. We need to roll those. Cool. Hey, they're coming. They're right here, dude. They're right here. They're coming.
We have an engine.
I didn't put, they have a airplane. Yeah. Grab your hand, Josh.
All right, that's it, guys. Check 1, check 2. Hey, hey, hey.
I would, I would like to thank the Inquisitor for giving us permission to use that video from his channel and all that stuff. Thank you, Rudy. As always, you're awesome. Other people I'd like to thank tonight, Kathy Clendenning, Galen Rose, Jinx, many others. Coach Kevin, who had pretty good insight that you're going to find out soon enough.
Do you want me to stop sharing the screen or what?
Go ahead, yeah.
You don't
Right
need
at
that
the
anymore?
moment.
So I'll kill the audio on that. Or
yeah, we'll need it
what?
again at some point, though. But yeah.
Oh wait.
Now, I want to introduce everybody. Of course, everybody knows Shibby, the cue ball.
Hey, hey.
Say hi, Shibby.
Hi, everyone. I just removed it from stage, but it's still there. We can put it back up if you need, okay? Yeah, I'm here, guys.
Gotcha.
Hello.
Gotcha. And of course, the lovely Nicole is here, making, I guess, her debut. I guess, kind of, right?
Kinda. Hi.
Kinda. How are you?
Good. How y'all doing?
Oh, we're all right.
Wow, Nicole. This is the first time we've talked, and we've been talking for months every night. Real life. Wow.
Every night, you psycho.
Every night, all night long, when the hubby's out of town. Hey, hubby, I know you're here.
I told him to be good.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, he don't listen at all.
He does what he wants, like
I'm
me.
just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Wow, you sound great. It's nice to talk to you finally.
Same.
You never spoke to
Damn.
Nicole? Yeah, I've
Not-
seen her on
look,
camera and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
I never heard your voice. Damn, you got that
She
accent.
came on with me and Diana.
Oh, bless your little heart.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't like her. She sounds more southern than I do.
Wow. Well, so what's
But
up?
yes,
Come on, you
everybody.
guys.
Mhm. Well, I
I'm
know.
just
I
the
was.
IT guy tonight.
Yes. Everybody, like I said, this is Nicole's venture into. Somehow she called herself my assistant or something. We ain't having that because I'm good at doing anything. I like making creators. So yeah, Nicole's gonna be the next big thing. You just watch. They gonna love that accent she has.
Oh God.
And wait till you see the puppies. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Yes, monsters, but they're great. Yeah.
Let me just
Probably
go
gonna
ahead
stop.
and apologize in advance. Can I apologize in advance that I can't get in chat because apparently I'm having technical difficulties today?
Yeah, that's why I have it open on the chat on is open on the laptop, and I have the StreamYard and all that running on the cell phone just to make sure.
Well, I'm streaming on my iPad too, but it's on my alt. So
Gotcha.
Ooh,
But yeah,
wow.
we're gonna go through a gist of basically what all occurred. There is a massive list of suspects, but I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. There's only certain ones that actually fire off red flags big time for me. I've had many conversations with Kathy, many conversations, and she's named off all kinds of different people that I've had to dig into. And oh, I forgot one of the most important people to thank as well, and that would be Chickpea Salad or the Curious Chickpea, the amazing researcher that literally on the same level or better than herself. Honestly, she I tried to get her to come on the show, but she did give us also permission to use all her stuff. So she is freaking amazingly awesome, and a lot of the. Hopefully Shibby finds them, but she
they're
has
all up.
PowerPoint and maps and all kinds of things made up.
Dude, I have it all up. I have like 20 browsers
You
open, ready to share.
awesome. That's
have-
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I thought it'd be best if he did.
So I'll start from the Curious Chickpeas page, and I've got all the other ones shut down, but I tested them. They open up, and everything works great.
And I will tell everybody, there is, how do I put this? 3 areas that we're going to cover tonight. Okay. And I've decided right before we're coming onto the stream that we're going to do. I'm not sure if both of them are going to be involved, but that's up to them. We're going to do more of a deep dive into all the suspects and everything else. All the suspects tonight. Really, I'm just going to give you 3. Really, well, I mean, technically more than 3, but actual fire starter people 3. But other people that are subsequently involved because of them, well, that's going to shoot the number up dramatically. How do I put that? We're also, like I said, I'm not sure which one of them or if both of them are going to be involved. If that's up to them. We're going to also go into the Indiana fires in another episode because I was told a long time ago by a friend that Flora should have its own separate thing, and I've stuck with that ever since. Now, there's a lot of crazy, insane fires and the stories that go along with them, and very soon, at least me and whoever else will be talking about those, including the lie detector test cop and her daughter, and many other fires that we're going to get into it, and probably going to have to get into the Kokomo crew and everything else when it comes to that as well. No, what was your thoughts? I'd like even Shibby's. You did look into it at least a little bit, right? What's your thoughts? Come on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I just don't know as much as Delphi, obviously.
Oh,
But
it's
first
okay.
of all,
Yeah, it's okay.
I'd like to say, thank you to StreamYard for placing Nicole underneath Charles and me. Thank you very much, StreamYard.
That's enough.
I swear, man.
That is enough out of you.
Why I oughta.
Well, I mean, I had to send a link to you like 3 or 4 times. It's like, come on, Nicole, where's your A
Listen,
game, bro?
my A game left a long time ago. Sorry.
Oh no, don't let her lie. She took mad notes and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
As far as work's concerned, Shibby was slacking and Nicole got her shit done. I'm just going to tell you flat out right now.
Listen, apparently I'm not the tech. He is. So
Well, that's because I couldn't. If I try to get on StreamYard on this laptop, it just all shuts down, or I would be doing it
Well,
myself.
to be
I
fair,
can't chat, so
I'm the tech guy. Like IT Mullins is the
Yeah.
tech guy in Delphi, so that's probably the equivalent here.
my God.
But yeah, I feel.
We're in
I mean,
trouble.
oddly enough, I wasn't even thinking of starting the live that way. But if I had thought about it, that was probably the best way to go. It catches everybody's attention. You see exactly what's going on and the things that are there, the things that are odd, and the things that are just fucking insane about that whole crazy brief period of time. Anybody with common sense knows what happens when you break windows and stuff in a fire. It feeds the fire with the oxygen and all that other stuff. And I'm sure in the video you've seen that, sure enough, somebody's breaking out the windows and everything else, causing this wooden house to go up even worse than it was in the first place. And the sad thing is, 4 girls lost their lives in that fire. I can't even tell you if this is what I remember hearing from Galen. They weren't off somewhere right before that. See, she had been pulled over, is what Kathy had told me. They didn't arrest her or anything like that, but I guess the registration on the vehicle that she was using or owned or whatever had expired. So she had left the car in the driveway. So it was very hard to tell whether they were there or they were not, because they went, I think, somewhere with the relatives, if I remember correctly. So we don't know if whoever set this fire actually knew. I'm just putting that out there. Everybody's gives me back and forth on that. They're like, no, they obviously knew. No, they didn't. We don't know if they knew or not. But if it's the one suspect, he definitely knew. That's what I will say. This case, as I said before, and many times, whether you like it or not, it links to Delphi. You're going to hear names in this and everything else that are literally in Delphi. I mean, seriously. I am going to bring up some things that some people are not going to like to hear. Well, I mean, they just don't sound good, but it is what it is. Um,
So many names that are the
wow.
same.
hmm Bound to the one who made sure the house was insured in the first place, the appraiser. And if anybody
Yep.
needs to know who appraised the house in Flora, I will let you know flat out right now, in case you're thinking of it was Becky Patty herself. Crazy thing about that is, I remember looking at the property for the first time before the images and all that before the fire, and I remember thinking to myself, "Mike, yeah, I've done a lot of construction in my time, so my first thought was that house, and mainly because of the land, it's probably only worth like 50 grand, and the appraisal was like 49,000 and some change or whatever."
Yep.
What? Well, I just told you flat out, the appraiser that appraised this house so it can keep
MVP.
having insurance. MVP appraisals,
INC. Yep.
INC Incorporated, yeah, is Mike and Betty Patty. If you need to know what the MVP is, the only employee at MVP Appraisals Incorporated is Becky Patty. So if you want to know right off the bat what's something that connects them, there you go. Becky Patty herself, Liberty Germain's grandmother, did the appraisal not long before this fire occurred. But that's not the only murder I'm going to have to tell you guys that I can connect to also the four fires and the four girls. And that would be the catfish murder of, I forgot his name. I think his name is Willie something or other. Nicole, you got that?
I don't have his name, but I've got her name that
Yeah, I
set him up.
got her name. But basically, another. She calls herself a friend of the family. That would be Jennifer Barnes Dean. Now, she was sentenced to 60 years in prison for her part in the murder of a gentleman. They called it the catfish murder. I think it was in Peru or it's one of those weird places, Fort Wayne, maybe. But yeah, another murder was actually linked to it, and she's on the suspect list. FYI, I mean, I don't think personally that she set the fire herself, and you'll see why. I don't think that, but there's four big possibilities. Three are single suspects sent by other people, which I guess the other people are technically suspects too if they sent them. Felony murder. And then the fourth is, well, it's been brought up enough times to me that I just feel like it should be brought up. I've been told by many people that many of the firefighters and the experts and all the other crap in the case kind of slack up there, which we start to notice it happens a lot in Indiana with a lot of things, sadly. And I will throw it out there that the fourth, which I'm going to tell you why I don't think it was, but is that it's an accidental fire. There was no batteries in a smoke detector that was behind a microwave, if I remember right. Is the gist of that whole thing, and bad wiring and all this other stuff to I think a stove. And yes, and I'm not going to say who mainly was the one that brought that to my attention and all that other stuff. I want to make sure it's really well known out there that is a slight possibility. But because of multiple
I want to add
experts,
something.
Mhm.
Is it true? I heard that there was like some cloth stuffed into the outlets or something in the kitchen, or was that just a rumor?
I do know about the wiring. I'm not going to comment too much about a cloth or whatever. I don't think there was
Okay,
actual
so if that
cloth.
didn't come from official sources, then I won't mention it. Sorry.
Yeah.
And hi Hoosier. Hey, wait,
Yes.
wait, wait, wait,
Welcome.
wait. Hi Hoosier. Hi Criminal Network. Welcome, guys. And I'll mute right now.
You don't have to need to. But yeah, even the experts I got a hold of myself, far, far away from Delphi and Carroll County and all that other stuff, are more than happy to. I had them actually look at the file and the pictures and everything else. from the Amazing Flora 4 website. Thank you, Kathy and Paradox. That's other people I should definitely, if I haven't already thanked them yet, I should. Paradox was the one who, for the longest time, made sure that the Flora 4 website got up in the first place. You know, and it's a whole bunch of people working together to make sure this case stays out in the open and people keep seeing it. And that's the whole reason I was doing this. I was going to do this about a month ago because I hadn't remembered recently when I heard about Flora. You know, it had been like a couple months, it seemed like, but I'm not, subscribed to all the channels and stuff, so I wasn't sure. But then when I noticed that the anniversary was right down a few weeks away, I was like, well, shit, we got to do something about that. I know when to have it now. And that's why we are here. And I know it's not exactly technically the anniversary yet. It will be in 11 minutes. I remember why I set it up for this day to happen at this time, and it didn't really matter anymore now, but yeah, it was kind of just set up that way for a specific reason. And well, yeah, we don't have to worry about that now. But either way it goes. The anniversary of the fires and the murders is in 10 minutes now. Anything you would like to add, Nicole? Your thoughts on the whole thing?
Well, let me just first say this. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I do want to say this, that I would like to ask everybody to please be respectful in the chat and be kind in the chat, because we're here for a reason, and that's these 4 little girls, and they deserve to have respect.
Yeah,
They
I don't
actually
care.
they deserve to still be here, but they ultimately deserve all the respect.
And not to interrupt you, Nicole, but I don't care which side they're from, as long as they're polite. I don't care who they are, whether it be Jinx herself or any of the other ones. All are welcome here, as long as you respect the reason that we are here.
Absolutely, I agree with that. And then to add to that, we don't victim blame or bash. So Galen is to be respected as well, because she is their mother and she tried.
Damn right. She took severe fire damage and everything else too, and smoke damage to herself, just like Yoder did. So I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, she should have tried harder. This and that. I will, if I could reach through my screen and just slap the piss out of one of y'all, I would. You know, we've all talked to and heard Galen's story and everything else, and it's really sad. When if I can, I might go mute at some point when somebody else is talking, and find one of the good interviews of Galen or whatever. But I'm not sure if I have permission to use those. But yeah.
Yeah, can I add something?
Yo.
I'd like to add that since you two are more informed, if you need anything, I can look it up. So let me know, and I'll be your Googler. And secondly, Nicole, if Charles ever does stop talking in true Southern fashion from far up north here, I will let you jump in first, and when you finish, I will come in. Okay?
Okay, however you like. I don't mind.
Well, the only reason I'm talking was because Shibby was like saying he's just going to be tech guy. So I'm like, okay. And Nicole, this is kind of like her first thing, so I don't want her to, feel like stressed out or whatever.
Yeah,
So,
don't overwhelm me, because I
yeah.
have ADHD and anxiety.
Yes.
But with that accent, there's no way I could talk ahead of you. So you say your thing anytime, and I'll come in after.
Yeah, okay.
I hold the door for you.
I will inform everybody at this point that at least 4 to 5 different experts, including one that I typed in myself, did deem it accelerants were used in this fire. And thanks to, like I said, Coach Kevin, we have a witness who basically lied on the stand committing perjury. And that's a very interesting fact I'd like to ask him about if I could. But yeah. Okay, the reason I pointed out red shorts to everybody, I don't know. Should I talk about Barnes first? I don't know. That story's more like insanity. I think I should go with the more simple one first. What y'all think?
Oh, whatever you want. But sorry, if you want me to pull up that, I can go back to the video and we can watch the red shorts guy or anything. So you tell me
Yeah,
if you
if you
want me
can
to
go
do
ahead
anything
and
like
get
that.
to the point, if you can go ahead and get to the point where Red Shorts guy is, he is very calm while you hear death screams and everything else going on and all this other stuff. And I get that a lot of people in that vicinity are all seeming pretty calm, but you got to understand, they're shocked. There's many different reasons. They just entered the scene and all that. This is a direct neighbor, and as you will soon find out, a very direct person to somebody else involved in the story. And I don't know. The first time I remember watching this Yoder's dash cam, I think everybody in the chat, including myself, was just like, "What the hell is going on? What's up with that guy right there?" He's just calmly. There was two things I noticed about the dash cam. To be honest with you, the first one was at the very beginning, when you see Yoder's car start to turn onto the road with houses, right? You see or either that or when he's coming back from the fire department, you see another unit from the police, from the cops or whatever, going in the actual opposite direction of all this. So it's like, right after that, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. You got all this shit. You got kids that are dying over here and everything else, and it bothered the shit out of me about why this cop was just whoever they were. And I'm still not even sure, to be honest with you, but we're just leaving. And if you could actually find that on the camera too, that'd be great, Shibby. Because in itself, it's just calmly driving away in a patrol car. So it's just like, what the fuck? Pardon my French, y'all. But it is what it is. I don't care if you're on duty, off duty, or whatever else. The second you take up the fact that you want to be law enforcement or fire department or whatever, I'm sorry. That requires a new level of freaking, there is no off time in those kinds of jobs, in my personal opinion. I don't know what y'all think, but and then the red shorts guy, he's just calmly strutting around, having without a care in the
So
world,
hey,
but you can hear Galen
Charles,
screaming.
I could share the video on the screen, but I could have it muted so you can still talk. You want me to do that?
No, I was just giving a heads up or whatever. You're supposed to let me know when you have it, and go ahead and play it.
Well, I don't know where it is, but I mean,
Well, I don't know what we're talking
you got to put me back up on screen then.
about. Okay,
The video.
We do
gotcha.
know who Red Shorts guy is. Am I correct?
Yes, we do. We do, in fact, know who Red Shorts is.
Okay.
And if anybody's wondering, he's a suspect.
There he goes.
Was that him there? You want me to
Yeah.
slow it
Was
down
that?
or anything?
Yeah, if you, it would have been right when Yoder gets to the scene or whatever. He parks his car. I'm trying to remember it as best as I
Oh,
can.
at the
Um,
very beginning?
or when he got back from the, because he leaves the scene because he tries to go to the volunteer fire department to
Okay.
get help.
Okay, wait
And
one
then
second. So we're clear. because I haven't seen this as many times as you have. Now he first pulls up, he's on the street, and then he does
Yeah.
that whole shuffle and repositions to this. So on this
Mhm.
position or the first position?
I'm trying to remember that myself actually at the moment. I would say I remember the car, Yoder's car was parked in front of some trash cans. I don't know if it was parked in the same spot both times or whatever, but if you see the trash cans right in front of you, that's where you're going to find Red Shorts guy.
So here's the first time, just to see the back of a car.
Yeah,
It's
and
the other one, right?
yeah, it's probably
So then he pulls
definitely the
right
other one.
here. He pulls up here. So he turns around and
Yeah,
then he
I think
pulls
it's
up because
trash cans or something like that.
I'm not sure. Oh yeah. Or he's pointing right at the house. Yeah, there's one.
Yeah, you see a trash can right there, I think, right?
So now do you want me to leave it play or search for him?
Yeah, go ahead and play or
Here
whatever.
he's there. He walks
There,
right in now.
there you go. There, okay. I wasn't sure, but
We got
looks
him.
like my
Yeah.
memory's pretty good. He's just calmly
He's
walking
just
around while you hear
yeah.
Galen and all that screaming, about the kids. He's just chilling, dude. It bothers the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
It always has.
He seems curious to see if the fire he may have set is going off. Maybe, possibly.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Possibly, in my opinion.
I will let everybody know he is in prison at the moment in time.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying anything. That's just a
Yeah.
possibility.
I'm just throwing it out there. He is indeed in prison. In fact, I'm not sure, but I think 2 out of the 3 main suspects are probably in prison at the moment. Maybe 3 actually. Fuck. Yeah, might be 3. I will inform everybody. The main suspects are. I can wait for that. This would be Mr. Red Shorts guy is I guess the cousin. I thought at first since they had the same last name that he was his brother, but apparently I do remember hearing after that they are in fact cousins instead. Now I might have the names flip flop, but I'll let y'all know right now. The owner of the house, the landlord, was
fuck.
Josh, I think Ayers or Sean Ayers, and Mr. Red Shorts there is the exact other one, the Sean Ayers or Josh Ayers or whatever.
Josh
So
Ayers is the homeowner.
yeah, so Sean Ayers is the one you're seeing right there, Red Shorts guy. He lived right behind the house or whatever, very, very, very close. But then again, well, wait till you see the map and everything else, because you're gonna find out some crazy shit about other people that live right nearby. But yes, I will. I think it's about. I'm gonna give you one. You would you like to tell them how the fire started, Nicole?
As far as what?
What actually was used to start it? Because it's very important and shocking, in my own opinion.
Well, they found accelerants,
Mhm.
which they still don't. They haven't said or said that they know which accelerants were used, but they said that they found it in multiple places in the home.
Mhm.
So I think that would probably be a Molotov cocktail. Do you agree?
That's what. Yes, that is the answer from most of the experts so far. That somebody threw a Molotov cocktail into the back door, or that leads into the appliance room, I guess, or something you would call it, and that leads to the living room. Of course, when the bottle would have shattered on the floor, then you would have had accelerant caught on fire, going all over different places, lighting up this house that is all wood.
So, can I jump in? I'm not an expert on flames, but that came out pretty good there. And also, can't we tell by the color of the flame that it might be certain accelerants? Because that looks like a bright yellow. Is that normal?
Well,
That is it just
uh,
shooting out?
that's actually true, but problem here is by the time we get a good glimpse by the video, the windows are being busted out, and that's a big problem because then the fire changes from the accelerants that we would have been able to see. And also it depends on what kind of accelerants are being used, which oddly enough nobody was able to tell me, or they just don't want to tell you. Just like the 911 call that we had no access to. For whatever reason, they spent $50,000 to make sure this 911 call is still not heard by anybody. Now, I'm sure everybody hears the word Molotov cocktail. Back in the day, it would have been like a mix of different, like paint thinner and some other stuff. I think inside of a bottle, or even alcohol, depending on which spirits or whatever. But in this situation, I think it could have just been a bottle with the rag stuffed in it. It could have been gasoline or something like that in it, or kerosene, or something that easily catches fire.
Nicole, you got anything?
Now they did say that when they had to go in and rescue Yoder out of the house, that when he was outside laying on the lawn, that he smelled really bad of acetone.
Wow.
Yep. I will add to that. It is also a fact that Yoder's uniform actually had accelerant on it.
Right. Now, wasn't there talk of their stuff under the stairs too, like paints or something like that, or am I got that wrong?
Oh, there was all kinds of stuff in this place, all kinds of stuff. I'm sure it didn't help the fire or whatever, but as I said, there was enough there left in pictures and all that other stuff for enough experts to say, well, this is where the thing would have hit, busted, went flying everywhere, and that's why another reason why this house went up so fast as it did. Plus it being made out of total wood and stuff, it didn't help it either. I mean, in Florida, you would have never gotten fire insurance for this house. I'm just gonna make that plain out and simple clear. The fact that they were able to, I don't know. I don't like the way it looks, and there's some also details that I found out just the other night. I'm not entirely sure if I even should bring that up. To be honest with you, I'm pretty sure y'all were around when I found out exactly how much that company makes a year to do those appraisals and all that stuff. It was pretty freaking insane. I mean,
I
you
think
would think
especially given the area, especially.
it's a small town and everything else. So I mean, it just seems odd to me that almost $200,000 a year for a place. It's one employee works at, just one, and in a small town. I don't know. Maybe it's like that in other places and all kinds of other stuff. I have no idea, but it just seemed very odd to me. We pulled up all the business information and everything else concerning those things.
So can I say one thing? Is this the point where they first walk in the house, like right around here? Like, what was preventing them from walking in the house when they got there?
I believe it was the fire itself, because right after the windows. Plus, what was it? When the windows are shattered and everything else, it causes a massive, I forget what, flashpoint or whatever to occur, and that's when
Backdraft.
Backdraft. Yeah, I was trying to think of the right term, but the fire would have been shooting out the windows and everything else at that point in time, so you had to basically wait. And the fact that not only Galen and Yoder and all them still tried was, and I mean, I get it. If it was my kids and shit, I would have tried to, but they're looking to even make it out alive. And I will toss in another fact about Yoder. Something odd he claims or says happened in the house, and that's the weird part. He kind of implied that his mask and all that, the fire, oxygen mask that keeping, makes sure he keep breathing, all that was ripped off of his face. Now, I'm not saying it came loose or it came this. I'm telling you that he said it felt like somebody had ripped it off of his face.
I heard that.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that he had accelerant on him and all that, we're not entirely sure where he picked up the accelerant from. But if he had some sort of weird struggle or whatever with a suspect or something like that, well, that would say a lot. And thanks, as I said to Coach Kev, we found out that there's a high possibility that one of the witnesses in this case was plain out and simply just lying. And, it's really odd. The witness said, mind you, I'm going to tell you all flat out, this was Mr. Red Shorts. He lied on the stand in the civil trial and stuff. He told them that he saw a trail of accelerant leading from the back door of the house out towards the road or some junk like that, I think it was. Now, there's been a problem with that because a Molotov cocktail was used and not, a trail of gasoline or something like that. You would not see a long trail of it. He made it sound like it was a wick being lit.
Yeah, he said it was like a 2-inch wide line that came through the back porch area, like the mudroom, and outside.
Yep. Now, I don't know too much about. What's up?
What's the word on why the hoses weren't blasting off here with water?
Oh, I have no idea. They could be a million different things, honestly.
They didn't have hydrants there. Did y'all know that?
They're all like freaking like I said,
So
small town.
So they're waiting for the truck to
They
get
had to
there,
bring the trucks
right?
that have the
Mhm.
water in the trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But if this was happening in my town, I would just get my garden hose out. I would connect 2 or 3 garden hoses together. Something. I would have that done in 2
Like
minutes.
you said, we watched the fire in that video for what 20 minutes or so.
I mean, that's the
And
first thing I would think to do. Also,
but yeah, but do you think? I don't think they even had the time to do that because the fire would have started right, like within 5 minutes or so of Yoder and them being notified. Them hauling ass to get there 5 to 10 minutes. 911 call, give or say like 12 minutes tops. And then within 20 minutes of them getting there or whatever, the house is freaking damn near gone. It wouldn't do anything. Once those windows were broken, you just gave that fire an unlimited supply of fuel. And it was already bad enough to be a wood house hit with Molotov cocktail. But then to add that oxygen to the flames, yeah, there was no chance at all that anybody was putting that fire out. Not even close. Not even. And a garden hose, it's not going to do anything. You can get 10, 20 of them suckers, and the pressure, the amount of water, and all that other stuff, you wouldn't even be able to put out the porch with that level of water. If you haven't noticed and stuff like the California wildfires and stuff like that, many times people will go out there trying to save their properties and everything else using garden hoses and everything else. And if they're, get lucky and plan right, the fire just does what they hope it does. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, it works sometimes. I'm not going to say it don't. But in reality, I don't even think these people could, once they figured out the kids were in there, everybody's either shocked trying to figure out what's going to happen, or, everybody's like in a daze, except for like red
Okay.
shorts guy. Yeah, red shorts guys just
So that,
walking around having a good time.
right now, red shorts guy. If I were him, I'd be getting one of those ladders, because I say every house probably has one ladder in their backyard, don't you? Everyone I know has a big
Yeah.
ladder, an extension
Also,
ladder.
I'm gonna put it out there that there was a live-in neighbor kind of like thing on the one side of the building, which is how at first how the cops tried to use to get up to the girls or whatever. But I guess there was a way that was blocking them off from getting to the windows where they were at, so they had no choice
Wow.
but to go inside with the fire.
Man, because that's the first thing you would do. Even the girls, they would come to the window and you would be telling them to jump down or something, and they couldn't even get there.
Also, what was it? What were you gonna say, Nicole?
oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So I can't get in chat because my tech is jacked up today.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Your Daddy said something earlier. Hi, by the way. That he looked into insurance fraud in Carroll County, and it seems like there's plenty of it. And that's the truth. And especially with this particular family,
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about
I
that
found
too.
several.
Yeah, and what we are going to throw out the word again, allegedly. We don't know if those fires, this fire, was set or they just happened to happen. We just know that these fires did occur, and they did get an insurance payment out for them. So yeah,
And there were others that I had found that were of note from that particular family, which said there was a HVAC business, I believe, that they used a barn for, that was owned by these particular guys. The barn burned,
mm-hmm.
and so
You were
they
telling me about that.
recovered insurance payout for that. And then I had found out that their hardware stores, they had instances of fires in those hardware stores where they had losses that they had claimed. Now I don't know when the
Right.
hardware store stuff happened, but as of recently, it was at least this home and the barn that were under this LLC,
So at
which
best,
was owned by Josh Ayers and Troy Helderman,
Mm-hmm.
which is called Birch Tree Holdings LLC.
Yep.
And I
So,
also, hold on just a second. Let me go back and see this. Oh, Criminal Network. Justice for Kiana, Kione, Kiera, and Cariel. Absolutely. 100%. Thank you for
agreed.
that. That's it. That is all.
Can I add one thing here? Was it in this video or another one I saw where Nick McClelland is talking? And I found it ironic that Nick McClelland was talking at a Flora press conference and you're looking at him and you just think his dad is an arsonist, and he's sitting there talking on about it. Maybe it was a Delphi one and he mentioned it, but I was watching something on Meow Zedong's channel and Nick McClelland's there with Doug Carter giving some kind of press
I want
conference about Flora.
I want everybody to remember that this is Flora. This is a town right next to Delphi. It is in the same county as in Carroll County. Nick McClelland serves as, if I remember correctly, he is the prosecutor for Carroll County. So anything involving a case or whatnot, and no, you definitely saw him talking about Flora. It was just about Flora. He was the one that paid the $50,000 out of taxpayer money to have the 911 call and everything else sealed to this day. So I wanted to throw that in there. Yeah. This is another name that makes sure that you see that these two cases, one way or another, are linked. Whether or not that condones the action or shows that the crimes were, I can't tell you. But I'm going to tell you, like I said, there's more names coming. So Nick McClelland, Yoder was very well involved. If you remember the King Klein thing, they came on TV and they were like, if you have any subsequent meetings with that Anthony Shots account, yes, that was Yoder. If I remember correctly, yeah, that's Yoder. So and on top of that, who else was it that I've already? Yeah, like I said, you're gonna have multiple. Becky Patty. So Mike and Becky Patty are also involved because MVP Appraisals Incorporated. So that's just so far. There's more coming.
Hold on, let me get into my notes right quick.
And wait till y'all hear who lived very close to this and is like buddies with one of the suspects. Holy hell. The whole chat might go nuts about that point.
So also another name that I found repeatedly in both was Robert Ives.
Yes.
You know, the one that resigned
Mm-hmm. You got to think
and
this
Nick
was 3
McClelland
months
took over
before
for
that time.
him?
Mm-hmm. This was 3 months or so before the Delphi murders. You got to remember it when the Delphi murders first happened. It was sure enough, it was Robert Ives that was the state or the county prosecutor, and
So
Judge
he was
Fouts.
handling this first.
So Judge
He was
Fouts would
handling it
have to
first.
be involved. Yep, and Fouts would have been involved too. So if anybody wants to throw that out there, he would have been involved. So.
What about Diener? I thought I saw Diener somewhere.
Diener.
The judge.
Oh, whoever the judge was that hauled ass, the one that turned over the reins and stepped down right when Delphi happened. I'm sure everybody remembers that. The
That was
first judge.
Diener.
Yeah, okay. Then it was Dieter. I don't know where I'm getting Fouts from then. I know Fouts was another judge. But he probably would have been involved too. So. But yeah, all these people are involved. So yes, I don't like when people say that these cases don't link up or match up or whatever to Delphi, because that's not true whatsoever. As you now notice, there's a lot of people running around that are directly connected to Lazenby, Liggett, probably Holman, all the other, they're all probably involved in this somehow or some way.
Well, we know the ISP was there and involved in it because old Doug Carter got his lizard nose and everything.
Yep. I personally, I don't know. I'm not saying I have too much of a problem with the dude or whatever, but I don't know. Carter always came up as a bit freaking fake to me, and just bugged me. But yeah, that's just my opinion.
So
I
you
don't
Not
want
guys,
to. I
to
don't
I've
want to call him a lizard. I like lizards. Iguanas are my thing. How about a snake?
yeah, we can't. I mean, I know it depends
I
on
got
how
a
you
better one.
spend it.
Weasel.
Look at the way that dude licks his lips. He's reptilian.
I swear to God. Uh, and hung like a horse, apparently. Just that's Luis. No, moving on. But
Don't make me sick.
hey, that's man, you learn some weird shit in these cases. I'll tell you that much. Stuff you did not want to know ever.
Okay,
But
guys. Hey, I've slowed this down to 0.25 speed. What is Erskine doing here? So Erskine walks into the screen, and then it's almost like he's got like a lighter or on fire himself or a flashlight. So watch,
what was
Erskine's
that?
going to come in any second, and
What
then
was
he's
that
going to
name I
walk
just
over
heard?
here. What?
Erskine. What's the name?
Yeah,
Erskine seems familiar.
Erskine
I'm
right
being
here.
sarcastic. Would
No,
that be
Erskine right here. Oh, the one I
David
screwed up on. Yes,
Erskine?
yes.
Yeah, Erskine. That would be Abby's uncle.
So here, now watch. He comes. He's going to walk over here. Watch this other guy. So he's fiddling with his right hand here, almost like he's getting a lighter or a flashlight. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he's doing something. Watch. And it's on 0.25 speed. So
It's probably a flashlight.
it's almost like he was going to give him something or to tell him his flashlight was still on. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's all it was. It looked like his
Yeah.
flashlight was still on in his pocket.
But yeah, that's another name that you should sound familiar. The leaked text in the Delphi murders, the first ones that came out were from Erskine, Abby's uncle.
That is so weird. Why would you even stop someone for something like that when they're trying to put out a fire?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because these new flashlights, if you have them on in your pocket, you can start your own little fire. These are powerful flashlights. So yeah, he probably knows. Because I bought my brother a flashlight for Christmas a couple years ago, and he had it in his windbreaker, and he accidentally turned it on, and it melted a hole right in and started smoking while he was walking his dog.
Oops.
It was like a super strong one.
And I'm not sure which one it was that did it. It's either the landlord Ayers or the fire chief himself that was out there breaking those windows out. No joke. And if I do believe it was the fire chief, and if that's the case, what the fuck is going on here? Seriously. He is also the one that put off labeling the fire as arson. And at first, I think they even called it like an accidental fire or something like that, or inconclusive or something like that. While it sat there like barely being investigated or whatever for weeks.
Yeah, they said it was undetermined for
That's
a
what it
little
was.
while.
Mm-hmm. And it sat there like that for weeks. And when it's undetermined and all that other stuff, it doesn't get looked at the same way as it would when, from what I know from firemen and fire chiefs and everything else that I talk to, at least, that they are supposed to investigate a fire as though it was arson or whatever, just in case, right about that. Just like a weird death situation that cops are supposed to investigate it as a possible homicide.
Right.
That way they don't lose evidence and all this other stuff, which fire's the worst one, period, because all the water and all that destroys so much evidence. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
So hey, what
I
was
would also like to know why. Hey, Paradox.
Hey, Paradox game.
Why did nobody call 911 for the amount of time that they did? It was a while
I do believe there
before, and it was the Ayers lady that called 911 that lived
was,
next door. I
but we're not
think.
allowed to hear what's been said because, like I said, they spent a lot of money to make sure we didn't hear what was in that phone call.
Right. And it was a lot of money, I think.
$50,000, if I remember correctly. More
No,
now.
I think like 60, like
Yeah, at the time,
$60,000.
at first, I think it was like $50,000 or whatever that Nick McClelland okayed to pay to have that call sealed, and then it had to be paid more after that.
Right.
So these are like, what the hell is so important about this call? And we still don't know to this day that it's been sealed like that. But seeing as though the gag order and everything else in the Delphi was concerned, and Nick was the one that pressed for that too, it's probably nothing. So what the hell?
What do you mean? Why would they waste all that money fighting to hide it? There's obviously something incriminating there that's bad for them. Either they said something, or they heard the girls and didn't do nothing, or somebody might have
You
said something on that they don't want out
want to know
there.
why I think that way? Because I thought the same thing when it came to Delphi and that gag order. And then when everything finally got lifted and whatnot, we saw that they weren't holding much at all.
Right.
Well, that's
So
different than a 911 call, no?
you'd think so, but I'm not so sure. Different in its own way, yes, but Nick McQueen has a history of hiding things that don't really need to be hidden, is what I'm trying to point
Right,
out.
right. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, that it's not a part of a trial yet. It's already public record, those 911 calls. So you don't even need a trial yet. So there's that's even more of a reason to be suspicious why they're trying to hide that, because that's public
Exactly.
knowledge.
It's
You know,
supposed to be.
And it's like I said, a lot of people talk about all these things in regards to Delphi and some other concern involving corruption and all this other stuff. But the weirdest shit I've seen ever was the stuff you learn in this case. And there's always still the chance that everybody forgets that Delphi could have just been like a weird sexual murder that happens sadly all the damn time in this country. And I don't like saying it, but it's true. Now, on the other hand, the facts from them lying the girls on concrete and all kinds of other things that the fire department and the cops and all that did, it's insanity because you're losing evidence, you're contaminating evidence, you're doing all kinds of stuff. Like, what the hell was going on here? And
Everything. Like, why would
yeah,
they move him to the fire station and lay him in the floor? I just
exactly.
I don't understand.
I don't either. I do not either. And it's just, for the life of me, I really hope that it is nothing but um, incompetency. That's what I keep saying in Delphi. I just hope it's all incompetency. But at some point, something's got to give.
No,
Somebody.
it's not just all incompetence. There's a lot of corruption that goes on around there too, and I'm sure it's
Mhm.
everywhere. It's not just there. But that's the even scarier thing about the whole entire Delphi trial. Because if it could happen to Richard Allen, it could happen to anybody. That could happen to my brother, my husband, one of my sons, and it's scary.
It is in its own way. I don't want to delve too much into that because then we get back and stuck into the whole Delphi thing over and over again.
Right.
And yeah, and this is about the girls and the 4 murders that happened 3 months beforehand. Because
But you certainly can't gloss over the corruption. That was my point.
that's exactly, and I kept telling everybody for years now. I'm like, guys, the case that you need to look at when it's like obvious, like something's going on or whatever in that county, isn't Delphi. It's Flora.
Carroll
And,
County. Carroll
yeah,
County.
that's what I'm saying. It's the same county and all the other stuff. The same names still come popping up and everything else. But it's like, how much incompetency are you going to play out for these people and just be like, oh, okay, they're just dumb, inexperienced. Yada, yada.
Nothing
No,
ever
no,
happens here, so we don't know how to
yeah,
do this.
exactly. I can't buy it. Not for that long. No, I can't. I can't. I mean, there's other murders and everything else that happen in Carroll County, although
I'm
not
sorry.
often and stuff.
Stuff happens there all the time, and they just
Yes,
keep fucking up.
So did you want to check on more of that person's files from Reddit? The curious chickpea?
Okay, since we're still, I mean, technically, okay, as I said before, Ayers lied about the fire trail leading away from the fire because that's impossible knowing that a Molotov cocktail was being used. Um, he is a very violent criminal, Mr. Red Shorts. He is now in prison for, might be pretty much almost the rest of his life, I think. We- and we all know at the moment of time, 5 months ago, the federal government, aka the FBI, at least they started it, but started going door by door in regards to the Florida fires.
Hey, that Reddit stuff. Am I allowed to click through all that, or do you
Yeah,
want
go
to
for
show
it, man.
that when I'm
In fact,
doing?
you
Okay.
wanted me to add, oh, you're already on the screen, so go ahead and start showing some of that.
Well, I took it off, but there's a lot of stuff here. Like,
There's a lot of stuff
Yeah.
on there, man. That's
You
the
tell
chickpea,
me.
man. She's amazing. If I could, I would have had her on the show, but she just wasn't, wasn't feeling up to it. So I'm not going to force her or try to bug her about it or whatever like that. We can be very thankful that she let us use her work in the first place. She's an awesome researcher. But the other suspects, and this is where it's going to start getting a little crazy, guys. And I know already the air stuff, and you're like, what? Okay. That seems common to what you're about to hear. Because it's just, yeah. How do I explain it? But okay. We have a lady, as I said earlier, named Jennifer Barnstein. She's been sentenced to 60 years in prison. Yes, if anybody here knows who Chickpea is, she's like out meows meow. I mean, she's the bomb when it comes to whatever kid she touches. She's Delphi, Flora, Stevenson's, Idaho. Heck, she's one of the only people I actually was able to go through my whole Idaho stuff with. That I figured out like really fast. And you know what? She was right behind me, and she started like right after I did. So it was like she probably would have caught on to that if she had a little bit, same timing frame that I had. But she knew every little detail of that, just like I did. So she's the bomb. And thanks to her, and like I said, Rudy as well, who's connected to her. They're good friends with Tom Webster and all them other ones. They're a bunch of awesome people, actually. The fourth one I won't bring up because it kind of bothers some people in this group. So yeah.
So you're sure it's okay? I'm showing all this on the screen, eh?
I have full, yes, trust me, I've been into contact with her. I have full permission.
Well, this is her page here, but those links lead to other pages.
Oh yeah.
So I don't. Okay.
Those are links that she set up and she made herself, so you need not worry.
So these are all attachments, eh? Each one of these has attachments. So if you want anything open, let me know.
She has an amazing. If you could find that map, that would be awesome because she has an amazing.
For what?
3D for the whole neighborhood that not only shows a 3D imagery of all the houses in that neighborhood, but it also lists who all lived there.
Oh, let's look for it.
In each house, by house by house by house. And like I say,
that?
you're going to hear another name very soon that, once again, let's just say in visual range, probably I could walk outside of the Florida house and launch a golf ball at his house and probably had hit it. I mean, that's where he was living back then. But that would be a gentleman by the name of, anybody ever heard of the name Patrick Westfall?
Huh.
Yeah. He lived direct eyesight of the Florida firehouse. I'm not even shitting you. I can't make this shit up. I just can't.
Oh,
And yeah.
Dino, you going to bed? Good night,
And
buddy.
I know anybody that hates the whole Odinist theories and everything else when it comes to Delphi, I get annoyed with it myself. But guess what, guys? The Odinists are back! Yay! So isn't that great?
Of course. What else would happen?
Because and this might go along with the whole new federal investigation. Because I'll throw in a little bit of information that I haven't heard anybody say, because I know for a fact the feds were not asked to come in this time, people. And there's only in certain precedences and situations that the federal government can take over investigations, which it does seem, based on who they talked to and who was the president at the time, that might be happening here. I am going to tell you right off the bat what the one is, but I'm going to leave the other ones like in the hanger. And the one is in situations like a hate crime, which this is actually a potential reason for what happened in Florida, believe it or not. As I said, the witness possibly are involved. More likely than the Delphi shit, I'll tell you that much. So I will throw that out there because
Of
Jennifer
course.
Barnes, yeah, Jennifer Barnes Dean had a boyfriend. His name is Colton Crazy. Okay, dude has a horrible back history of criminal charges, including I think there was arson and meth and all kinds of good shit in there.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me come in here and see if I have my information wrong. I thought Colton Creasy was Galen's boyfriend at the time.
Whoa, no, see, I'm not done yet. He was also Galen's ex-boyfriend or whatnot, or yeah, like they were off and on. So yes, Jennifer
Oh.
Barnes Dean was. Oh, and mind you, I'm going to let everybody know. And the fact of why Jennifer Barnes Dean and him broke up, the only reason was she found out he was her cousin.
That is so.
I can't make it up. I swear to God, I can't make it up, y'all. She found so they decided to be friends and break up and this other stuff because they were banging cousins, I guess, kissing, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that's right.
And,
Criminal Network. I believe he was a Vinlander. He had a big old swastika tattoo on his chest, I think it was, wasn't it?
hmm Not to mention, so did the other one, the one that got accidentally sent to flash drive in Delphi. He also had a big old swastika too.
Hmm. Imagine that.
hmm
I'm gonna mute
So,
myself. Guys,
mhm,
I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna give my dog some water right quick.
mhm.
And I'll be right here.
Yeah. Shibby, just let me know if you have something to add or whatever. You more than welcome
I
to.
don't see anything about maps anywhere.
I'll have to look at it in a minute. I'll find
Can
something
you
that
message
when Nicole gets back.
message
Go
that
on.
person?
Oh, yeah. She's very touch and go to get a hold of.
Oh,
Oddly enough. But okay. Well, I will inform everybody is now Jennifer Barnes Dean, as I said before, is facing 60 years in prison for her role in the catfish murder of an older gentleman. I'm not sure if Snoop was involved, her boyfriend in that situation, but he probably was. And I think it was 4 or 5 people altogether that are now in prison because of that catfish murder. So that's also linked to flora. Mind you, we commonly hear in true crime and everything else how suspects will insert themselves into an investigation. Well, Jennifer Barnes Dean, well, she called up. Apparently, she was there a couple hours before the fire, and it's gone back and forth and back and forth. But I basically have a slight gist on what slightly happened. I'm not going to give out all the names included in it, but apparently there was some sort of possible altercation between Snoop, which would be Barnes's boyfriend at the time, and another gentleman. I do believe his first name would have been Derek, I think. And a lot of people say that that's also is a possible reason for the fires because I don't understand it too much, but it's not the Derek side apparently that would be involved with it. It would be Colton. Or there comes the third suspect. And when I say suspect, there's the people that send other people to do things, like, in this situation, Snoop or Jennifer Bernstein, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Um, or a Josh Ayers, you know. And then there's the people that would have actually threw the Molotov cocktail into the thing. Now, there's two, not just one, very two interesting fellows linked to Jennifer Barnes Dean. Both of them have served time on fire related charges. And the second one is more, how I would put it, y'all, a true blooded arsonist. Dude had videos all over his Facebook, which if you could find that under the suspect thing, that'd be great. But his Facebook just has him sitting there watching as he's burning cars and all kinds of other stuff. This dude just totally gets off on fire. He's got fire charges against him, and all. He tries to pretend like he's a firefighter, and all that stuff, but he's not. Like under his occupation on many different websites and stuff, he put down that he was a firefighter, but yeah, he's not a firefighter. He also has meth charges and everything else. Now that would be Jennifer Barnes Dean's son. That's why it's all connected to this. And not only her ex-boyfriend / cousin was an arsonist or served charges or fires, her son did as well. And that's why it's a little bit hard to throw this out there. But see, here's the problem: Colton, her cousin, he's good buddies with the Odinist and Patrick Westphal. So once again, all of these things come into play. And honestly, I'm personally leans towards logic first of all more than anything, and to me at least. I'm still going to lean into the most simple answer, and well, we'll get to that at some point, I'm sure. And I'm sure everybody else that wants to will throw out their little 2 cents on what they think probably occurred here. But yeah, so we got what happened was Galen, of course, is an African American woman. Her 2 daughters were all African American. She was dating Colton Creasy, who is a white man. Now, this is why it might be possible that it's being investigated as a sexual hate crime. Because it could have been the Odinists that were upset with her, as one of the things that was thrown around. It could have been Colton himself. There's been a lot of different things said about race involves around this too. And it is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to say it's not, because it just is easily possible. You've got a bunch of ignorant people around, things like that happen. But now, see, Jennifer Barnes Dean called up Kathy and tried to get a hold of Galen the next morning, saying that she was there at the fire and tried to act like they're good buddy and all this other stuff. And Kathy herself told me it just didn't sit right with her. Like, she didn't like the way that Jennifer was trying to invade the kind of situation and stuff. But it got to the point where Jennifer inserted herself so easily into the investigation that she then became a witness in the civil trial that proceeded to come later on. So, like I said, I don't know what to think about it all. I think both sides, you have evidence that puts them there at the scene. We have Yoder's cam. We have, a bunch of different things. His cousin Ayers has been a witness who then lied on the stand and all this other crap. But then we have the other side, which once again, we have arsonists and all kinds of other stuff. And it's a very weird toss up. But in the first situation with the Ayers, it would be like, well, do we know if they knew that Galen and the girls were there or not? If they did, well, that's pretty fucked up. Pardon my French. But if they didn't, this might have been some stupid thing to get some insurance money, because we do have a previous history with the Ayers and filing insurance cases and stuff involving fires at their properties and all that. Now, I don't know how much those fires are different than what most places. I mean, they owned a bunch of businesses, so it is what it is. I'm sure fire is something that occurs quite often in those situations, in hardware stores and everything else. But at the same time, it's also an easy way to cash in when you're low on cash. And we are also going to learn about a insurance policy that, if I remember correctly, almost they had a chance, I think, at getting about $500,000. They didn't get $500,000. I'm going to make sure everybody knows that they didn't get $100 or $500,000 for this, but I think that's what they were trying to get once this all went through. Now, I know they got subsequently quite a bit less. I don't know or remember offhand what the amount was. I thought it might have been like 150,000 or something like that. And then they were, I guess, the civil trial. Galen settled or won for a specific amount, but that's undisclosed too. I mean, it's one of those things you can find out if you really want to, but I don't want to ask my people that know that. It'd be kind of rude, so I'm just not going to do that. She lost 4 daughters, and the cops aren't doing a damn thing about it. So, at least that's some sort of slight justice in the matter.
I'm
But
back. Where are we at?
I just told them about the insurance policy. They could have gotten the heirs about 500,000, and I just informed them about the 2 arsonists connected to Barnes Dean.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So her son and her cousin, aka her ex-boyfriend, aka Galen's on again and off again relationship. Yeah, both meth charges, burning shit, all kinds of other stuff. Her son more so. The so-called altercation that occurred a couple hours beforehand has been going around for a long time. It was one of the things that we investigated in that other group that I was in a long time ago. And
Cool.
yeah, it's weird because he's white, she's black. What Odinists are ignorant. They at least in this case, I can see why people bring up the Odinists as a viable suspect. I really do. I don't see that. I'm sorry. I probably never will in the other case. I just won't.
Well, let me just say this. I'm white. My husband's black. My children are black.
Mhm.
But I'm not a garbage human. That's the difference.
Well, I mean, believe it or not, you would expect someone like me to be more racist than anything. My uncle Gene was like a member of the KKK and all this other stuff. We're from the South and all this other mumbo jumbo. But that's actually we all went the opposite way in my family. Every one of my sisters married Mexican men, so right off the bat they kind of like and my cousin who was below Uncle Gene, she once he got with black guys and stuff, so his grandkids were all half black, and he just learned to love it, and honestly it changed him. It's weird as it sounds. Me, on the other hand, yeah, no, even the people I dated and everything else, I never saw color as a reason not to, or whatever.
Now, hey, one sec. There's one link here I found. I took it to another screen so I can kind of look through before, and there's one link that goes to a Flora 4 thing. It's got tons of news articles and videos. If you want to check it out.
Yeah, that might have been. Now I linked y'all when preparing for this case. I linked y'all with all the civil papers. Once again, we'll say thank you to Paradox and people like that. Hopefully, I don't get in trouble for saying that he, got those. But yeah, I received them from Coach Kev as well. Before this case was covered by criminality and everything else, so we had a lot of people helping out Sleuth Intuition. But yeah, you can go ahead and pull those up or whatever. There's a lot of stuff in there.
am I allowed to be in here? Obviously, the Reddit with the floor 4. It's the media
You're
matrix
fine,
part. All
You're
right.
fine.
So here we go. This is what we just watched, obviously. But if you ever want to see any of this, it's all. I guess some of these are all videos, right? Because
Yeah,
media
I think we'll
or
make
news stories.
we'll make a post up on me and Shibby's channel or whatever with links to all these things. Yeah, after the live is over with. So in case anybody wants to go through, and it's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Just keep yourself an astronomical amount, and then another astronomical amount. You can either say you like.
So if this is the news, we're allowed
Yeah,
to watch this, obviously, right?
hold on. Paradox is saying I set up some of this Reddit. You have full access for sure. See that's why I had permission from Paradox and I had permission from Chickpea. Like I said, you're good to go, buddy.
Okay. So tell Paradox if I'm doing anything that I shouldn't be doing, let us know here, and I'll definitely stop. But this news articles, are we allowed to watch these?
Yeah,
Doug
go for
Carter.
it. Yeah, usually
I
you
mean,
won't get bugged
it's their
about using.
YouTube page. Or no?
Yeah, you won't really get bothered or whatever unless somebody starts being an ass about it. But I don't think we'll have to worry about in this instance because
I mean,
just trying to pay respect to the poor girls. So I don't think we're gonna have any problems at all.
Oh, before we start, let me just say this. I saw that Dave came in
Hmm.
and he's
Hello,
driving
Dave.
and listening. I've been waiting for him to come in. Hi, Dave. You're amazing.
oh, Owl's here. Hey, Dave, what's up?
And I'm sure how many people are in chat at the moment? 23. How many people are chatting? Well, I know there's some lurkers. So welcome to the lurkers.
Or if you want to
Come
ask
in, leave a
chat,
comment, lurkers.
Well, they should.
Or
I mean,
chat,
I did invite them. So
you guys should ask chat if they see me clicking through any of this stuff, like these files, if they want to watch anything, or if you guys let me know. There's a whole thing up here in the media matrix of the floor 4 on the Reddit. So these are all videos and links to.
just grab a hold of anything you see that just stands out to you because there's a lot of it. There's so much of it. It's not even funny. And back before when I was in that group still and everything else, when we were doing lives and stuff on this case quite often, it was just so much to go through. So much of it.
You want to watch this? It's 5 minutes.
Sure,
It's
go for it.
her talking to Doug Carter. And let me just double check. It's from, it says ISP Doug Carter press conference. No, it's not it. Ah, here it is. It's only 5 minutes.
Today of all days, this is the 8th year anniversary of the Flora fires. What's the update?
We continue on. We're going to continue on, just like we had before. I know it's not what people want to hear, but we're going to continue on. And I really believe that one day we'll know.
Was Galen Rose, the girl's mother, ever a suspect in this case?
We have no reason to believe that. We think that she's a mom that lost 4 little kids, and my heart breaks for her. There's been so much said, so many allegations made about that and all of the perception and public opinion and all those things. And, Jenny, we have to be really, really careful there. And I think I'm still getting a lot of hate mail about it, that it wasn't as important as the Delphi murders, and that's just simply not the case. We have to act on what we know, and I've said that so many times. I feel like I'm a broken record, but we will continue to work that until the end.
Do you think somebody knows?
I do. Oh, 100%. 100%. I do. And there's also this notion of a cold case that everybody thinks about that, but I don't. As long as there are people still living that might have an idea or know, why would it be cold? So we will continue to do anything that we can around the country. I wish Galen all the best. I really wish her the best and the rest of her family. And I can't imagine what they've been through.
Do you think we're ever going to solve this case?
Solving it, yes, I do. I do, because I believe somebody knows.
What would you say to the person who did this if they're watching this tonight?
What I want to say is I don't think you intended to do what you did. I don't think that they intended to kill 4 little girls. I don't. That's me. That's my own opinion. I don't believe they intended to do that. I believe they intended to send some type of a message. And I don't know what that message, I don't know what the message was.
There's been a lot of rumors about this case. How has ISP dealt with that and kind of weeded those out and gotten to some of the facts in this case?
That's a great question. I appreciate the question. And the answer is we've learned a lot over the course of these last 8 years, both from what happened in Flora and also what happened in Delphi, in one small county in Indiana. And things happen that I never dreamt ever would, and that is public opinion, because of the way in which we communicate today. And I don't hate people that hate me. I really don't. I think over time this frustration builds and builds and builds, and then there was a racial overtone to it all, which really was hurtful to me personally. But there's so much speculation, and then you speculate long enough, you're right. But during that speculation, you're able to talk about what you think. Then it becomes what you know, and then all of a sudden everybody believes it's true. And whether it's this case or any other complex criminal case anywhere here in the state or in the country, I think that's always something we're going to be fighting from this point forward. And I think that's one of the reasons that the media is so important. It's so very important that we're able to give the true perspective, not opinions, but perspectives and what we know, and talk about what we know. And you've done that always. You've always done that very well.
The house is gone. I was just up in Flora. It's just so quiet. It's eerie. I mean, you've been up there too, I know, recently. That's got to be tough to see.
That was always a place of reflection for me. I would go there and I'd just sit across the street for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and I would just look at that house. And now that it's gone, it's strange. I'm glad for the community, for the Flora community, that it is gone. But that's always going to be something that rips at the heartstrings of everybody that lives there and that knows about this. And those 4 little girls.
Does that remind you every day that you still have to figure out and get to the bottom of this? Is that certain?
Yeah. That rock was given to me by Jackie on the year anniversary. And I've kept that rock ever since. It sat here or over on my windowsill with the names of the girls and in the order in which they died. There was the 4 little girls in Flora. Then,
just so you can look at it.
it was Abby and Libby. So it's just a perpetual reminder. I'm going to be taking that with me when I leave. There are still investigative steps being taken pretty routinely. And I can't talk about those right now, but we'll continue to do that. And the tips and the information, more information than tips right now, but we'll continue to take them, and we encourage people to talk to us.
Let me see if I can pause it with his lizard tongue flinging out. Come on, give us a tongue. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, whoa.
That
Boom.
is disgusting. And with those inappropriate smiles, I cannot.
He is quirky, eh?
It's pretty hilarious because I found myself since coming here on both sides of the. How do I put it now? I'm no longer on a side. I'm not linked to anything Indiana wise or anything. I've never even been to the state yet. But there's nobody pushing my buttons, nobody telling me I have to do this or I have to do that and all this other stuff. I chose to report on this case again because I just wanted to. I didn't hear about it lately, and I just felt like you can't have that. You gotta have cases out in the open. We got to keep pressing issues. And I think that's because of situations like that we have things happening now, like the feds. And I've also, I'm kind of conflicted if I want to tell everybody about that. Apparently, it's not the only federal agency that's now looking into the Florida fires, is what I will say.
Ugh, that face. Can we get rid of that face, please?
Wait, there it is. Oh.
Shibby.
He's looking for the crumbs that he left from lunch.
He's looking for the crumbs from his last lie.
I'll get rid of it. Sorry. All right. Let me
But
know if you
yeah, it's
guys want to watch
amazing.
something else.
The what? Oh yeah. What do
If
you see on the list?
Lots of stuff.
Well, I can't read it. It's on my phone. So hold on, let me see if I can start up.
Do you want me to read? So obviously the dash cam from Drew Yoder. The next one says E911 Carroll County meetings with Debbie Lowe. So that's about the 911 call.
Yeah, actually, I want everybody to see that and how Nick McClellan pays a shitload of money. See, I'm not pro state. I'm not freaking pro defense. I'm none of that shit in regards to Delphi or Flora is concerned.
Oh.
I think there's a bunch of bullshit on both sides.
Now this goes to Meow Zedong's page. So are you
Yeah.
allowed to look at this?
Don't worry about it, dude.
You sure? Want me to
I
play
got
any of
friends.
these?
I got friends in high places. Don't worry about it.
Actually, I just watched one of these earlier today. Is it the same one? No, they're different ones. Those are long. Do you guys want to?
You're good.
That's them bickering about the 911 calls. I don't think you want to watch that.
Yeah, I don't really need to hear any bickering or whatever is concerned, but if you can find the little clip and all that of Nick and Cleveland talking about the speaking of the money and everything else, I don't know. It just didn't sit me the right way. It never has.
What did you say you wanted to find with McClellan? Say that again.
Nick and Cleveland talking about the 911 call. Why he sealed it up and everything else.
I'll look
Hi,
for that.
Nature
You
Love,
go
sweetheart. Dom. Hi, thanks for joining.
But yeah, I found myself trying to be on either side through the one crime and then the other crime and everything else. And I just literally started having like rage issues because I just couldn't deal with the BS and the bureaucracy and the hypocrisy and everything else on either side. So that's why I finally am just content now because I'm right in the middle. I guess right where I'm supposed to be. If I can't piss everybody off, then what the hell's the point? You know what I'm saying?
This is a 20-minute press conference, but that looks long. But you want Nick McClellan, right?
Yeah, and yes, Criminal Network is correct. For a while there, she was considered a suspect over some dumb shit involving some weed or something. It was retarded. It's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Yeah, we had interviews with Galen and stuff. She came on lives and talked to us and everything else. And her best friend Kathy, I still talk to her on freaking Discord and stuff. So. These are the people that you 4 children lost their lives. 4 of them. You know, so you would think that they would try to find a better reason for whatever to push issues on people and all this other stuff. And I'm not going to go into the whole race thing and how it was weed and all this other stuff, but let's just say it just pissed me off. Because the last thing I can't stand stereotyping and everything else. And early on, there was a lot of this going on in this case. And when, like I said, any times we was able to talk to Galen and everything else, she's a very lovely lady. She's very nice, very polite, and she's very thankful for everybody who is well wishers and all that other stuff. And many people have helped out in this situation as well, and helped Galen and that family out and all that. And I'm glad to see a lot of people on the internet actually coming together for good reasons. And keeping this case in the spotlight is another one that, if not for the people on the internet, would never have happened. And it's kind of sad that we might not have never known about it if it wasn't for the murders in Delphi. It's almost like they well, I know that asked her about him. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. I don't remember from the interviews I saw of her that I was present for. I do believe Kathy, on the other hand, has mentioned his relations and all that too, cult and crazy stuff. I do believe. Yeah, and as I said, there's going to be subsequent episodes after this involving a more deep dive into each set of suspects and whatnot, the reasonings and all that other stuff. We're doing all these things. I'm not leaving anything unturned with this one. And Kathy herself has, made sure and even thrown anybody she could possibly think of that's possible to have been involved in this. She's let me know, and I have all that information down. And most of it was already covered by Chickpea. And the reason why I stick to those poor logical things is because, in my opinion, those are the most likely of them all. That that's what occurred that night.
Here's a wishtv.com article about Nick stepping in as prosecutor. It was posted December 5th, 2017, and it was updated February 11th, 2020.
Mm-hmm. This would have been after Robert Ives stepped down.
Here, sorry, go on. You want to read it?
No, I was just tossing that out there so everybody knows what was going on. That's all.
It's like 2 paragraphs. It just says, Carroll County will have a new prosecutor at the start of the new year. Caucus was held by the Carroll County Republican Party on Saturday. According to Secretary Nita Smith, Nicholas McClelland will take on the position. It was between McClelland and Chief Deputy Prosecuting Attorney Jerry Bean. Rob Ives is stepping down at the end of the year. He said it's because of a variety of personal and private reasons. Now, this guy here, because Robert Ives was sure that his deputy was going to, which is obviously this guy, was going to get in when he was doing his retiring. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was beat out.
And if anybody doesn't remember who or what Robert Ives, he's the one who accidentally, I guess, put out there the fact that there was multiple signatures at the Delphi crime scene.
Wait.
Yes.
There was one more sentence. Ives is leaving behind 2 high-profile cases, the murders of Abby Williams and Libby German in Delphi, and the Flora house fire that killed 4 sisters.
Yep. Now, the catfish murder was in a county right outside of Carroll County. I'm just making sure everybody knows that as well. So it's not considered one of the Carroll County mishaps, I guess. Thankfully, that's what I don't get. In cases like that, they get everybody involved, and they all get put away for a long ass time, and the cops look competent. And then we get to Delphi, we get to the floor, and it's like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah, actually, it's after midnight. This is now 9 years since the fires. November 21st, 2016. This is the actual anniversary of the fires right now. Actually, I think an hour or two, it really will be the actual anniversary because I think the fires were like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning or some junk, I think.
Right. I think it was like 3:40 a.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm. And like I said before, the reason I did this was I hadn't heard about Flora in a good month or two, or maybe even a bit more, it seemed. And it's one of those cases that bothers you, and you want to just keep putting it out there. And
it needs to be. People need to be
It
talking
should be.
about it all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So this happened on November 21st, 2016, right? This story was published on November at 8:45 a.m. So hours afterwards, this story was published.
Well, yeah, they would have known about the murders by then. Oh, the deaths by then, not knowing that they were murders.
Wow.
Yeah. The fire, all that other stuff would have been known to everybody.
Wait. So it happened on what day?
I'm entirely sure what the day that would have been.
Was it the 20th or 21st?
21st.
Are you sure? Well, it says here the latest on that happened at 3:20 p.m. I guess the previous day. Did I say?
Well, it
So
also said
it
it updated also. Or, I mean, it all depends on when the sites were updated and
says
stuff.
4
But
children,
yeah,
all times are
in a
local.
small town area, something like massive like that happens, it's going to be in the news real quick.
So it said house fire on early Monday. I'll go back on my Apple calendar
Yeah.
and double check.
Basically, a little bit farther past what it is now. I think it's about 2.5 hours, give or take, like Nicole just said. It will literally be on the anniversary of when they actually happened.
So this should be on a Tuesday afterwards, no? Or the same day?
Same day, it would have been just later in the day. This is like the early AM.
Right. Yeah. So November 2016 is what day? Yeah, the 21st was a Monday. Yep.
Yeah, November 20th. Yeah, there was like some weird shit involving Blake Holder and stuff. And that's why I said, yes, they're involved in this too, guys. But in this situation, I can see why people talk about it. I really can. Because hatred and ignorance goes hand in hand. So I can see that happening. I don't see it really. That's just my personal opinion in Delphi.
Did
I
you
look
read Criminal Network's comment
just now, yeah.
about the blot?
Mm-hmm.
It was a fire ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Hey, can I show you one? Look at if anybody. Hey Dom, how's it going? Welcome. Also here, Carroll County Sheriff Tobe Leesenby, and just in case anybody's not sure how to pronounce his name, it's Tobe Lees.
Leaves.
Look at it, TOHBLEHZ with a EHN and a B. Anyways, go on, guys.
I mean, hell, for the longest time, I thought Delphi was an election grab just to make sure Liga got in office, just so he can make his chief deputy fucking Tobe until he could just keep on getting paid. Did everybody know that? Yeah, it's kind of weird, ain't it?
Oh, for sure.
Because, yeah, Leesenby couldn't serve anymore at that point. I think you only get 2 terms or whatever as sheriff or something like that or whatever, 4 terms or I think it was like 8 years. And then he would have been out of a job. But since Liggett won that election in Delphi, in Carroll County, he just gave Leesenby a new job. You know, it's like I'm going to throw it out there, even though people are going to frown upon it hearing it. But yeah, it might be a bunch of corruption. Small towns fucking greasing the wheels and shit to make sure everybody in the government gets paid. I'm going to just throw it out there. Allegedly, it's possible. Down to the. I'm not going to say who. I mentioned it earlier. You should be able to put 2 and 2 together. As far as people, I just told you amount $187,500 a year. Yeah, very, very odd.
Now, one thing I want to say is, why has he got? If he's going into a burning building, aren't they wearing gloves? How's he getting burns to his hands? His forehead, maybe? Or he wasn't all dressed up, right? He got there early and jumped in. He ran in. He's not a fireman. Okay, forget it. Sorry.
Yeah,
he was a police officer, but he was also a volunteer firefighter.
Well, when he showed up in this capacity, what was he?
He was an officer. Yeah, cop.
Yeah. Okay. So he won't be all in that cool jacket that will protect you more.
He wouldn't have the equipment. He wouldn't have had all that fire equipment.
Right.
The only extra thing he had was the oxygen mask.
Okay, makes sense.
Which, I mean, yeah, I got very familiar with him in the other case and stuff. But the second I saw this dash cam, I'm sorry, my heart goes out to the man. He's connected with so much death. And you could tell he tried. I don't know what the hell happened in that house. I will say one thing, and I hope it's not taken in a bad way because it's not intended to be. I have heard that there has been a couple of stories, like early on witness testimony. I'm not going to say who, just because I don't feel like it. But it was said that the door to the utility room, that's what it's called, and the house was open. Like somebody had opened the door to make sure that, you know, probably when they threw the cocktail, it went all over just to make sure that, you know, the fire did its job. But if I remember right, if you start going through that utility room, you should have been able to see like fucking Galen and shit, you know, on the couch and whatnot. I think she was like crashed out. So it's like it's very freaking. And this was, I don't want it to be like I said. That's why I didn't name who the witness was. Um, the story changed, but there could be a million different reasons for that. And I don't want to get ahead of the game on that one. It's concerned, but it was changed later on to the fact that, you know, they didn't notice anything. So I'm not entirely sure what went on there. Smoke does a lot of bad shit to the brain. Yeah, they tried their ass off, in my opinion. I've heard about the kind of damage to Galen and Yoder and all that to trying to get up those stairs, and smoke, and flames, all of that. On top of
So
the fact
Yoder
that
must have tried. He must have tried to go in earlier than these guys. Like Yoder must have been the first one because there's fire guys there. If he's not wearing protection, why?
Do you remember in the video the guy that's hacking up a lung and is practically dying on the floor? You can hear him like dying almost. That's Yoder.
So
And
Yoder's
he
driving
found
this car.
Huh?
Is he driving this car, Yoder?
No. When he went inside the house or whatever, the way you tell it's Yoder is when he came out. You can hear him on that dash cam. He's just he sounds like
So
he's
this is
like 5
him.
seconds away from death.
This is him moving his car around, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the other police
Yeah.
officer had to
And
come
think
and
about
get
it
him
this way.
out. I don't know what
So
happened inside that house.
wait, do you guys want audio?
That's what I was going to bring up a minute ago. And we don't know what went on in that house. For all we know, Yoder got into a altercation with the actual suspect. It's
Did you want audio? Do that again, or
well. I mean, if you play the audio, my best example was that.
because I'm thinking like, why is he rushing in without protection on when there's firemen there with protection? I'd say at least, hey,
But
give me your damn jacket and gloves.
Well, network is look, man. I can only say things as I see it.
Well, wait. I'm not accusing. I'm just kind of talking and throwing things in the air. I'm not alleging or saying anything. Okay,
No, I'm not
so I don't
talking to
want
you.
you to
I'm
think
talking
I'm doing
to,
that.
talking to criminal network. Okay, I have no connection
okay.
to Indiana and all that's concerned. I wasn't there. I can only literally say how it looks in that video. And in that video with him hauling ass to the fire department, getting them off their ass and everything else, it definitely does seem like Yoder is trying his ass off to try to stop this from happening. Now, I'm not going to say every step that he made was the correct one or the wise one, but it definitely looks like he tried. That's all I'm saying.
So who's bashing the windows open? Out.
Are you leaving? No, dude, I'm not a firefighter, and I know not to do that.
Right.
Once there's
A 10-year-old kid would know a backdraft.
Yeah. I mean, we all watched the movie and shit. Come on, man. Seriously, I don't get it to this day. I don't. I really don't. I think in common situations, the firemen or whatever would have kicked in the front door and used that as an entranceway, keeping the amount of oxygen to a limited amount while they try to make save the girls. Right? That's what I assume would happen. I think I did ask Coach Kevin that one time, and he said, "Yeah, you reach in one spot, break fucking that bugs the shit out of me. That really bugs the shit out of me.
The flames are just showing up now, right over here on the right.
Yeah.
The flames are just coming in.
I don't see in any way, shape, or form whatsoever how breaking windows in a burning house helps the situation. I can't see it. It bothers me.
Unless you want it to be burning more.
Yes, unless you want it to go up even faster. That's the only reason I can see them doing that.
Well, or to poke a hose in there and spray water. I mean, but they're not doing either. If they don't do that, then yeah.
The front door. Yeah.
So that who went in? Was that him there, Yoder? Because that was the fire guy with the jacket.
Well, yeah, you got to think the 2 firemen had to go in there to rescue Yoder.
But he just pulled up in his car, and nobody's got. Unless did he go in another way?
I have no idea. I mean, I just assumed ganging up with him.
He's pulling up in his car, right?
Right.
Was this after he went to the fire station?
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is after.
Yeah. Is that when it happens?
I mean, he kind of. I
Or
don't
does
know.
he go in? He goes in before, eh? When he pulls up
Yeah,
here.
he
Is this
tries to go.
I think
Yeah, he
there
tries
aren't
to
any
go.
other rescue people on scene, so he had
Right.
to respond.
Yeah. So he comes and then he goes in and then he comes back out and does a little Yui and then comes back.
And I don't
So he's
have
already
numbers
injured by this.
to figure out if it's normal that firefighters and people associated with the fire come out with accelerant on them. I don't know that information. Like I said, there should be deep dives done into all that. Yeah, I don't know how common that would be to end up with accelerant on you, but I'm guessing it'd be kind of, yeah. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. If you come in contact with it, which if he came in contact with an assailant or whatever, or the suspect, well, there you go. The suspect would have probably had some on them.
Yeah, I
Well,
really don't think that would be the case, Charles, because Galen was going back into that house also at the same time.
Yeah, and we just heard how somebody that was in that vicinity of the house or whatever saw one thing 1 minute and another thing the next. You know, smoke and all that can do all kinds of crazy shit. I mean, I don't throw anything past anyone, and that includes you. That's why I'm only commenting on what I see in the video.
Right.
So one thing, you were on for 2 hours and 13 minutes just a second ago. And good night, Hoosier.
Hoosier going? Good night, Hoosier.
Good night, Hoosier.
Dom, I agree. These cops effing suck.
I'm sorry. I gave up on the whole incompetence thing a long time ago. I don't know what was going on. But
No, I don't necessarily.
I'm gonna go investigate myself. Is what I feel like.
I think Yoder did probably the best that he could have done with what resources, which was done, that he had. But I didn't think it was the firefighters that pulled him out of the house. I thought that it was the other police officer that pulled him out. And
I
he's
was going by
another one.
what
He's
I
another
remember.
one that his name flies in all these cases too.
So is this Yoder coming back after he's been injured? Paradox would probably know, I guess. So this is the first time he's gone to the house. He's coming running back to his car. Then he does a little turnaround to the fire department.
Yeah,
he
I
comes
think
back
he went
and
out
does
to
that.
go get the oxygen. He went to get the oxygen mask that he would have
He doesn't
needed to
seem
go
too
inside.
injured here.
Is what I'm pretty sure that's what he went and grabbed.
So he's not injured yet, or can Paradox tell us? Is he injured on that first time or the second time?
I'm not entirely sure. I just know in general he had injuries and stuff, so it's kind of hard to
So is
tell.
he
But I would
right?
think that the second time when he thinks or says that he thought he was grabbed by somebody, that would probably be where most of the injuries occurred. I mean, smoke and all that is combined, but
So what does he go to the fire station for? To drop someone off?
no, he
No, to tell them to get their asses over there.
Oh, okay. So that's it.
I was
Okay.
about to say the same damn shit she just did. I was about
So
to say
he's
to get
not
off their
injured yet.
asses.
So he's not injured yet.
My guess is he's already taken some damage from smoke and stuff like that. But it's not that. No, he hasn't gone in and like trying to go up the stairs and
Trying
you
to
know
go
what I mean?
upstairs.
Right, because his injuries he was airlifted afterwards, so his next injuries are more serious, obviously, like to his hands and face.
And yeah, wow, man. Could you imagine how crazy a damn assailant would be to actually try to attack a police officer in the middle of all that? That'd be fucking nuts. I mean, they took the risk of the fire themselves to go in there, and I'm shocked that they don't have any injuries whatsoever. But then again, they would have been coming from the backyard into the utility room. They wouldn't have far to get out. But when the brain's lacking oxygen due to smoke and stuff, we don't know what's true
I
and
slowed
what's
this
not.
right down. This is him. He's going to be coming up to the house. There, you'll see people coming up the steps here. So this is, I slowed it down to 0.25 speed. So this is him coming back to the house after the fire thing. So,
And Mr. Red Shorts, he starts walking one way and then stops and turns and walks back the other way, and that's all we see of him, correct?
well, not yet. So this is him just getting there. So that, yeah. So right here, somebody had walked out of there when he's pulling around. So you can talk, but just pay attention. Right, the very first he turns this corner, you'll see. I thought I saw someone come out of the house and walking down the stairs.
Slow it down.
It is.
Well, you remember there's neighbors that live in the house just in another section.
Right here, watch.
Yeah, they live on the left side of the house, if I remember right, on the stairs that lead up to the second story.
There's someone there.
Yeah, if somebody's coming downstairs or whatever like that, it easily.
Well, I'm not saying there is. Maybe it was just a reflection of that sign. Sorry, I'm not saying. I'm just. Sorry, go ahead.
Doubt it in this instance, because you got to think, if you look up the actual layout of the house and all that other stuff, I would think that the neighbors were out of there by that point.
I don't know that because there was they had other tenants that lived upstairs too.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Maybe if he saw somebody that was coming down the steps, it could logically just be the neighbors coming and hauling ass to get out of there themselves.
No, maybe it was a reflection of all the lights flashing and stuff. I'm not saying I saw that.
Oh no! I mean, I gather that too. What you said, whatever.
There's something flashing on the side
it
of
wouldn't be
his.
that surprising. The only thing I would find surprising would be like that they took so long to get out of there. But we do know that Galen also went inside, and so it's possible that other people tried to go in there and save him. I'm not sure if somebody else didn't try. We just know who got injured and who didn't, I guess.
Now, V was asking if the first floor windows were already broken before the first responders got there, and I thought the first responders were the ones that broke those windows.
It wasn't.
No.
I mean, technically, first responders are the one that's on call and supposed to be there. They're on the clock and everything else. I wouldn't think that was the situation here. Once you look up who broke the windows, I think part of the breaking we actually see or whatever, as Yoda's first pulling up, or at least here.
1 second. So Nature Love says she sees someone coming down the stairs. So here it is again. He's going to turn left here.
Being the stairs, it could have been firefighters or somebody else going up the stairs looking to see if there's a way to reach the girls from that point. So just somebody coming down the stairs doesn't tell us too much. Is all I was trying to say.
But if he's coming down the stairs wearing a black hoodie and holding a flame, I'm just saying.
Well, I think in my personal opinion, I think we saw what the hell he was wearing just now. But that's just me, I guess.
Well, that's red shorts guy. I'm talking about this.
Yeah,
this isn't red shorts guy, obviously.
You never lie for good reasons when it comes to murder cases. And it's always the people that are caught in these big ass lies.
Is that people standing around in front here?
Huh?
Is that people standing around in front of the house?
Well, of course, you're going to have the people that watch. Have you seen people that drive by a car accident with like heads are laying out on the road and stuff?
The house isn't engulfed in flames yet. Are they hearing girls screaming and just standing there?
Yes. You never heard of that?
I just don't get it. I don't understand.
I don't understand it either. Because I
they should all get burned.
People.
If I heard kids screaming, I'd be going in.
I would have tried to help the kids, even if I didn't know them. So the fact that these people did know them, I don't know. I don't know. If I think about it too hard, I'll lose more faith in fucking humanity. So I'm not going to.
Oh, I can't play the audio. I got it on 0.25x. It sounds weird. So red
I
shorts
do
guy's
know.
going to come here.
Yeah, he comes in there. I don't know. Some stops him, and I think it might have been Yoder himself. Going towards the fire. That he's like, "Oh shit." I'm not sure why he would try to stop him in the first place, or if he didn't have somebody with him that was helping him, or whatever.
Now, is this his
Maybe.
police dash cam video or his personal car? Because this is a
It's a
pretty
police
shitty
cam.
video.
Yeah, that's a police cam dash cam.
So
Yep.
where's all the numbers? Where's all the date and stuff? And all the police dash cams have numbers all over them.
Mm-hmm.
This is his personal car, I bet.
Possible, or like an unmarked vehicle or something. I mean,
There's no way a police dash cam wouldn't have the, they have the the department's name, the time would be going here, the speed maybe even, and the direction he's traveling. There's nothing.
That
This was a
has to
regular
be,
dash.
I mean, that can't be an unmarked car because those emergency lights are coming from somewhere.
Well,
unmarked
well,
cars have the inside lights and stuff they can put up in the dash
yeah,
whenever they turn
yeah.
them on.
But either way, any official police car is not going to have a shitty camera like this. In my opinion, even if it's unmarked or undercover or
You're
fully,
talking about 9 years ago. This is 9 years ago.
Listen to okay, whatever. But I'm not
And a
saying
cheaper,
the
and a
quality.
county
I'm
does not so
saying,
much resources. How about that?
listen, dude. I'm not saying the quality. I'm saying the lack of info. Every police station, you go back and watch any video from 20 years ago, police in a car. They got
Well,
their
I don't want to
police
say that
name
Rudy
and
had lead
time.
off because I don't know. I don't think he would have done that. But for
No,
whatever
you guys.
reason, it's missing all the info.
I
And
could
I'm
be.
not sure why.
I could drive there in 19 hours if you want to talk about this. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
Oh,
though, he does have a point though, Charles, because I've seen dash cam
it
video
is odd, but
live.
for all we know, like I said, somebody like Rudy or whatever edited it out. I don't know. I'm not going to jump to conclusions.
True.
Yeah, I'm
Fox
going to email
59
him
could have
tonight and
cropped
ask
it out.
him.
It could be cropped. It could be cropped out. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to contact him tonight and ask him and see what he says. So easily solved. If it was like that beforehand, then I don't know. I'm gonna ask him if he got that video directly from like
Another
Violence
thing, yeah,
Information Act or
it's in
something.
it's in 4:3, not 16:9. There's no way
Right.
they'd be doing that. It's just a personal camera, in my opinion. I bet you it's just his personal car.
Nature
Wasn't he
love.
driving home or something too when he saw this?
No.
Oh,
No, he responded to a call. He was in the uniform.
Yeah,
and
he was
everything.
he was no, I don't think he responded to a call. I think he responded because he actually did see it while he was patrolling.
It's
Paradox
possible.
believes it's zoomed in, so that's possible. But zoomed
Yeah,
in, this
that's
is
what it
four by
seems like
three
to me.
aspect.
But I didn't want to keep just throwing out thoughts or whatever. But it seems like it's zoomed in, and then that part of the video is just like cut away in some
Possibly,
way
yeah,
because
yeah.
of how it's
Oh,
viewed
yeah.
by us. And
I'm just
it does seem like something like Rudy or somebody would do. So I'm just
right.
not getting ahead of the game. I'm going to verify that. So
No.
let
This
me
is how you come up with answers, though. You spitball. I'm just throwing
yeah,
shit out there, so I'm
no,
not
no,
saying
I'm
anything.
not saying anything. Yeah, I'm not saying anything about anything. I was just thinking. I know how Rudy likes to do edits and stuff. So I mean, I had stuff
Right.
with him. So that's all.
Nature love, I agree with you 100%. What you said. And red shorts guy, what's his first name again, Charles? Sean Ayers?
I know one of them is Sean Ayers and the other one's Josh Ayers.
Josh Ayers is the one that owns the home. Sean Ayers is red shorts guy.
Yeah, he is the one that lives behind the cousin, or I think he is, even though they do have the same last name. He's the cousin of the landlord who's some people say lives across the street, which I'm not saying did
Yeah,
or
they live
didn't.
next door.
But then the other one, the red shorts guy, lived like right behind him.
That's the one. And I think that's
Yeah,
the one his wife was the one that actually called 911.
it's definitely possible. And like I said,
No, it's definitely
he
what I
might have done
saw.
some
That's
pretty
what I
fucked up.
read.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, then that's what happened.
Allegedly.
And he's in those crimes. He might have crimes against her as the reason she's in prison right now. I can't remember exactly. I know he would have like a strangulation charge and all kinds of other shit. So yeah, he did some bad shit.
I just let everybody know I have it in 0.25x if you want, because I kind of like doing that. But if you guys want regular speed, let me know. I pick up more this way.
But you also see in the video, like I said, the one cop that's just pulling away like it's nothing. I don't know, it's pissing me the hell off.
Was that at the first time or this time?
I believe that. Oh, that actually that was the second time I think, and when he's driving back to the house after he's getting a hold of the firefighters or whatever that was at the fire station. He goes to make a right turn, if I remember right, and as he's getting ready to make the right turn, you see another patrol unit just driving away from the fire. It's like, fuck, dude, get off your ass and go over there and help.
1 second, 1 second. Heather Brown has made a very important comment. She says, aye, Captain Crunch, Shibs. Carry on.
Yeah, carry on.
But yeah, there's a lot of, I don't know, it could be, I mean, I heard about a murder back in the day where like a victim lived for, what was it, 4 or 5 hours and she was passed on the sidewalk as she had been stabbed like 20 plus times. And like 70 something people passed her and not one person helped her. So if that tells you anything about, and this is actual true, okay. If that tells you anything about the people standing around and the people not helping and the people doing this and the people doing that or not doing thereof, it's sad, but it's a very common occurrence.
Well, you know what? I've seen at least 10 police videos here on YouTube where they pull up and a woman's on the side of the road and she's like, "Oh, I've been shot or I hurt or whatever," and they make her walk to the police the hospital, or a suspect's getting interrogated and he's like, "Dude, my head hurts, my head hurts," and it turns out he had 2 bullets or whatever in his head.
Oh my
And
gosh, I saw that.
Yeah,
they
the
talked to
guy
him
that
for like
was
half an
with,
hour, an hour.
the guy was with his girlfriend. They were sitting on the couch and some people broke in and shot him and killed his girlfriend. The whole interrogation, he's sitting there with a single caliber bullet in his fucking head, telling the
And I
cops.
believe he's saying, "Dude, my head hurts," and they're like,
Yeah.
"Okay, let's just settle down."
No, he kept telling them that he was tired first and he wanted to go to
Oh.
sleep.
But it was the cop that came in the second time, or the first cop, I can't remember which, but he started paying a little bit more attention to what the guy was showing him, and then actually he saw a hole around the area of his eye. I'm guessing around the eyelid. That
Yeah, and then
hole.
they're like scattering to get
It's not
emergency.
bleeding or nothing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's crazy. He had slept for like 2 days with his girlfriend's corpse, and
Oh man,
I guess could have hit him in the brain. I think that guy's dead now, but he was severely like fucked up from that for a while.
Yeah.
Also, now back to the fire. Do you guys know the layout of the house? So when you walk in here, like, where's the stairs that go up, or do we have a layout of it?
Okay.
There are pictures of the inside of that house somewhere.
Yes,
Do you know where
I've
they're at,
seen it.
Charles?
Are you talking about before or after the fire? You can get them on the Flora 4 website.
Either way, I just want to see the layout.
Yeah, you just go ahead to the Flora 4. Don't worry, you're okay. You have permission. You can go to the Flora 4 website. The links on there will take you to pictures and all kinds of other stuff from the case. That's where I got most
That
of the
one I
pictures.
showed you. The which one was it?
Well, I know there was an old Flora 4 website, and then I know there's a newer one, but I'm pretty sure both of them would have had this stuff on there.
Here's the original.
Because of who I was asking, I had to ask Paradox or whatever if he knew how to get a hold of the pictures from the crime scene. And that's
I guess it would be in the media matrix, Paradox. Give me a thumbs up if it's in here for pictures. Oh, additional print media.
Because Paradox.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff down here.
And I think now too. I think they kept that shit pretty well organized on the websites.
Oh yeah, I kind of thought I was only looking at this first list. I didn't even really see. It goes way down here.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, man. Me and the others, they kept damn good records of all this stuff.
And thank God.
Mm-hmm.
This is So this is graves. Well, if you guys can ask Paradox to tell you where, I'll go get them, the photos or whatever.
He can't leak right now. Let's see what I can do though. Go ahead and start talking so we don't have dead silence. If y'all can.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind just seeing the layout because I believe I have seen it on some videos years ago.
Yeah, I've definitely seen them recently. I don't want to say too much on why, but yeah. Okay,
He sent it to your Discord.
Okay, you the man. Gotcha. Oh yeah, he's not a mod. That's why he wasn't. My bad, Paradox. I got you. Before you leave, you'll be one, so don't worry.
Yeah, make him a mod, but not that fishy character. Don't make her a mod, or is she already a mod? She's trouble.
Is she a mod?
I just
was that crazy that I gave her? That'd be insane.
Yeah, I think she is.
All right, there's Shibby. I'm sending you a link right now.
Ooh, me. All right.
Yep. Well, I'm already on Discord. The common sense would be to copy the link and send it to you.
I want to do that. 1 second. Let me just get a different screen happening here. 1 second.
Yeah, and since my tech can't act right today.
Your what?
Oh, my stuff is not acting right. I'm not even on video right now. I was supposed to be on video, remember?
Well, no, it worked perfectly. So, because since you weren't on a video, then I didn't have to be on video. Thus, Shibby didn't have to be on video, so we just kept our mouth shut. I thought.
All right. So you just sent that to me? Okay, here we go. I got it. I got it.
I honestly thought it was a methodical plan thought of y'all in the first place, so I just went along with it and kept my mouth shut.
Who? Sorry, can you say that again? Is that about me?
I said, okay. Nicole just noticed she wasn't on camera, and I'm like, well, yeah, I kind of noticed you weren't on camera right away, and I was fine with it because I didn't have to get on camera. And I'm sure Jimmy in his mind thinks, yeah, I don't have to be on camera because they're not on camera, right?
No, I'm intentionally not on camera.
Well, of course not.
I'm intentionally not on camera because I'm afraid something is going to mess up.
I'm not on camera because I don't even have one plugged in yet.
Now,
how can I get a camera?
Because most people use a laptop or something or a cell phone and they have cameras.
I'm just kidding.
I have a whole ass tripod sitting in front of me and I can't even get on camera because I'm afraid I'm going to crash.
Yeah, she's at Walmart finding her background. She needed to find a background and everything else. Yeah,
listen, yes, I did. Me and my sons did my background today.
Yeah, so I just sat there. That's why when she wasn't on there, I'm just like, I ain't saying a word. Something must have happened. So
I can't even get it to let me go into chat so I can chat on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if I had known in advance, I could have probably helped with that.
Is that a floor plan?
Yeah. This is the floor plan. So this is where all that action is happening in the front floor plan. They come into the living room.
Make it real big because I can't see good.
There you go, Blindy. Oh, it kind of it goes off screen. Oh no, it doesn't. Or
can't see good.
Okay, I know, so Nature Love. We need to get Shibby a camera. He needs to be on camera.
So basically, this here is the first floor, and this little part over here is the second floor. So the stairs come up, and then they come up, and then they go up again. So this is the first floor. So they come in the front porch.
And what's worse about it is that's basically one of the only ways to get up there, other than like finding a way to go directly to that balcony. I think it is.
So the first part in the video, I think the first part shows the fire in a window or something right around here.
Yeah.
Because
Paradox said that is only part of the second floor.
Yeah, it does look like it. Yeah. Obviously, it would be
because the other part is taken up by the neighbors and the outside.
Just this part here. It's like this part here. So none of this is showing. It's like
Just to throw it out
one
there, I
quarter.
will let everybody know that oddly enough, somebody named the upstairs neighbor also a suspect, I do believe, or said that their daughter was going to hang out with another suspect. It was a heroin addict. I'm not entirely sure what his name was, but him and his girlfriend supposedly lived either on the second floor or very close nearby, and the other girl did. But she apparently went to go hang with him, and this guy seemed to tell her that he was the one that set the fire or something. I don't know. So,
I can see you, TJ. That's a Charles question.
So
Do you know Charles?
is this Jennifer? Is this
But,
Jennifer Barnes' daughter?
yeah, probably.
Shanna
If I
Brooks
saw her name,
Brown.
yeah, that's her. The young girl that apparently went to go hang out with a heroin addict and shit, or it's either that. Wait, no, yeah, Barnes Brown was the fiance of the guy that somehow said that he done it or whatever. I think, right? Yeah, and who's I'm trying to remember whose daughter it was that this young teenage girl or whatever that went and hung out with them, I guess, and that's when he told her. So yeah, it's all kinds of weird shit in this case. Weird shit. But as we commonly see in a lot of these cases, if you looked into enough of them, that people will confess to things they didn't do.
So it even had those big fire stairs on the outside of the building too, right? Where did they go to?
Yeah, but they went to the neighbors. It goes to the neighbors' place.
Oh, so okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
So the steps would lead up
It's like
to the
cut
second floor.
off from the where the girls would have been at. So if I
Why don't we
remember
see the
right,
rest of it?
they couldn't get to the girls from from that stairway. They ran up the
Oh,
stairs and got to the neighbor's place, and then there's like a wall or something there that cut them off from getting to where the girls were.
so with them sharing the home, did the girls just have a bedroom upstairs or something,
Yes.
and the rest was other people's?
Yeah.
Hmm, so you go upstairs.
I always, I don't know. I mean, you would think that they would have like some sort of fire trucks or something, and the ladders.
Oh,
So
right at the top of the stairs.
it seems odd to me that nobody just popped the ladder out. They just crossed to the girls' windows from that point, and boom. I mean, but I guess they Yoder and whoever was trying to get in there before the trucks even got there. So
So here, can you guys see my pointer on the screen? So you come in the front door, right? And this is the first floor, and yet to go upstairs, you go up here, right? So then this doesn't line up because is this the rest of it? Because their door opens up. So you must have to go up unless
well,
these stairs are underneath here.
then
So
not only that, you got to remember that the place is on fire, so you would have had to go
no,
around
no, no,
certain things.
no. I'm just trying to say that
That's
the stairs to go up is on the left side, it looks like. Yet the doorway to get in there, oh, that's a landing here. So you walk, it's probably a landing because they walk in their door here, probably. That's a door to get in the room at the top of the stairs.
I think the utility room was connected to the kitchen, and the kitchen was connected to the area basically where you come in and through the front door at.
Oh, wait. Yeah, 201, 101. So how unless this is an overhang and you're walking up these stairs and you come out underneath it, go up and then here and then back into their room.
I'm gonna see
Is
if
this
I
their
can.
room, the girls' room?
Let me fast forward it on the laptop so I can get a big view on what you're. It's catching up. Give me a second. Okay, now I see it layout. I think no, it's on the video. Sheesh, we've been online for a long time. Come on, move faster, you must move faster. Okay. No, I'm sure there's still a slide delay. I see the second floor plan. and that would have been yeah. Most of the top floors seem to be taken up by the neighbors.
So here's what I'm trying to say. So you come, here's the front porch, right? You walk in, you're on the first floor of the living room, right? So when you walk up these stairs, does that, are we implying that you're coming up here or here?
Well, okay.
I would think the C's here.
Can
And
you
then you've got
scroll
more stairs
around a
here.
little bit more? Isn't
That's
there
all
a
you can
number?
see.
Okay. Now, if you, I would like to think that, yeah, basically you got to take that, the girl's bedroom, right? You got to flip it around, and I guess, I don't fucking know.
No, this is directly over top. A201,
Yeah,
A101.
I know. I'm
So
looking
is
at
this
it.
the girl's bedroom?
The one on the right is the girl's bedroom.
So it would be right above this one. So
The
what I'm
left
saying
side is just the left side is just the first floor's plan.
right,
The right
yeah,
side,
the left side of this one is missing, and the back of this one is missing. This is the front right corner of that
yeah,
of this. So basically, that is this right here.
yeah. You see, the
This
rest
area.
of the second floor would have been taken up by the neighbors.
Oh, okay. So
Well, yeah, she seems to have had access to most of the first floor, and they had most of the access to the
but I don't
second.
think you understand what I'm saying, so that's okay. Because
No,
okay,
I'm
so
trying to
picture what I'm
understand.
saying. I'm gonna one more time here. Listen, you walk in, you're going in the living room. Then on this part, you're walking up the stairs, right? So there has to be this side here, because then you'd come this way to go up, right? Because here's a doorway to get in. So coming up these, going upstairs, must be. Is this a continuation of that?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Or is it this way, going this way, and then here you're coming up? Because there's actually, it has to be that. So this is probably the door of the first floor here. Then you walk up the stairs here. There must be a door here. Because what I'm saying is you must have a landing here to get in, because this is the only way to get in this room here. So this must be a landing. So you must come in these stairs, up this way. You're walking up these stairs. You go left. You go up these stairs, and the other people would go in here, and these people would go in. The girl's probably in here, and the other people are. It just looks like it's blocked off, so that would make sense. They blocked it off, and they have their other entrance over here. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, forget it.
Yeah, I think
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
I think that's right, Shibby. I think that's what it looks like to me too.
Right.
I'm
Because
not.
I thought this was I thought it came in this way, went this way, and this was a door to get into the upstairs of the hallway of the second floor. But there's no way that
Well,
you'd
that's
want them
probably the
coming in.
outside. Yeah, I think that's the outside wall. I
So
don't
this
know why
was
it's
just here's this is the first
maybe
floor
the window.
still, is what I'm saying. No,
Maybe that's
this
the
is
window
first
that
floor.
you're thinking is the door.
No, that implies a doorway.
Yeah.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that. I meant when you had the cursor on the right side of the wall.
On the other
Here?
side.
Yeah, there's like a section
has
of
to
the
be a
right
landing.
side. Yeah, I
No,
think
to
that would be
the right, Shibby. Right.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a window.
Yeah, I
Right.
think those are windows. That's what I was saying.
On the back side of the house. So
Yeah.
why we got people putting ladders up there too, right? You can get in here and here.
Well, the roof
That's
of the
what I
porch
just
was
said.
right above their bedroom window.
I literally just said, why didn't they wait till the trucks got there and gone up the
Right.
ladders? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't.
So this porch, yeah, this roof is here too.
Hindsight's 2020, I guess. I don't know.
The reason nobody's climbing up there to get them is weird.
Paradox is like, oh shit, about the stairs.
That's what I'm like. It's like, what the fuck, man?
It's an
What?
overlay.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure things out, guys. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, you see these all the time.
Don't you
the fucking-
silence me. I was agreeing with you.
Yeah, so was I.
I
He's being a little
was
crabby
talking to
thing.
chat. I was
Oh.
talking to the rude people in chat. I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, I already told what to do about the rude ones.
There is nobody rude in chat.
No, you're all great. There's hardly anybody in chat altogether.
Oh, they're just watching. It's probably my fault. So
We love the chatters.
yeah.
So we've had enough of this?
Yeah, sure.
That's
Done
cool.
pissed off enough people. So
Are you guys ready to shut her down? Yeah, I think
the
that
fact
was
they're
pretty
being
good.
so
Thanks.
quiet might mean that we're actually not doing too badly. Because if we were fucking up, they would let us know.
That good point. Good point.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is what it is.
What is it again? No, when you don't hear from people, it's a good thing.
I
Or
think
like if
there's
you
like a
don't.
hyphen in between Barnes Dean or something like that. It should be somewhere on there because you can find articles on the stories all over the place. It's like all over Google. No, she went by like Jennifer Miller or some shit and other aliases and stuff. Was listed, but I've seen her like my case before or whatever. And so I mean, it must be some way of how it's being entered. Try to do it with just Dean instead of the Barnes part, and see if you, or and then just try the Barnes instead of the Dean part. That's how I find it on websites most of the time for people. By firemen were going into the yeah, but it's like I don't know. I've seen the yard and all that, at least from a YouTube video and everything else, which isn't saying much. But I don't know. To me, they should be on ladders. Period.
If they wanted to save those children, they should have been on ladders.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not a fireman, and I know that much just from
You don't
stories
have to be
and
a fireman to
videos.
have common sense.
Yeah, yeah. But remember, y'all, it's Indiana. You gotta factor in the whole Indiana syndrome kind of thing to the whole matter. I mean, it's either pure total incompetency or fucking something else. I don't know.
I think it's probably a bit of both because they're all a bunch of bubbling idiots.
Mhm. That's why I'm torn in the whole matter. If they were smarter, I'd be like, "Ooh, they did something fucking horrible," but they're just dumb enough to get that all this could be by sheer stupidity.
I think it's both. I think it's
Well, in
both.
regards, yeah, just like in Delphi, even if I pre-suspect or have a predetermination or whatever based on facts or the information I know, uh, I still don't believe the case was proven. So, period. Yeah. And in instances, it wasn't all that fair either. So, and if we're gonna go by the fucking system, then damn it, we need to go by the fucking system. And the system is bullshit right now. So, yeah. I get everybody wants their side and everybody wants to be on that side and all this other stuff. And yeah, even I have my own predisposition and biased, but at the same time, uh, yeah, we got to look at it from an outsider's perspective. But at the same time, something like that would have had John Wayne Gacy free back in the day. You know that, right? Because the cops in that case lied too to get into
well.
Gacy's house where they found the bodies. So it's a toss up. Do you want the system to stay the system, or do you want the possibility of monsters like this being on the streets? I'm not saying Dr. Allen is anything, but you know what I'm saying. The possibility exists. Do you take the risk and let them back on the streets because of technicality, or do you just lock them away to make sure they can't do it again?
Well, I mean, I understand what you're saying and where you're coming from with that,
I don't like
but
it. I mean, trust me, I don't like it whatsoever. But you know, it's got to be considered.
if they tried to do some bullshit like that to you, I would be angry. If they tried to do
I
it to one of
get
my
it, but
kids,
if I had so much involving myself that seems to, and I'm not saying these all indicate that he did this or he did that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying all these little things start to make a nice little pile. And if I saw myself involved in the same amount, I'd probably be like, "Yo, okay, I get it, I get it."
And I don't know. Also, the flip side of that is that you see all this other stuff going into a pile of its own.
You would think, but in regards to that situation is concerned, I saw a bunch of maybes and could be's. You know, as far as we know, that's glorified rumors. Until somebody could place those dumbasses at trails or whatever, uh, either one, like Klein's or the fucking Odin's. I mean, unless till you could place them at that scene. Sadly, it's just a rumor, a thought, a myth. I mean, yeah, sure, it has a little bit of ground to it, but that's not evidence. So I get. I will say, okay, when it comes to the third party defense in regards to that case is concerned, um, I agree with the judge on every single one of those third party suspects until she gets to Ronald Logan. They were found in his yard. He was in his yard. You see what I'm saying here? So there's a logical, I don't need DNA because his words put him there. Isn't that the same shit with Richard Allen? So if Logan's own words put him there at the scene of the crime, then and that you should do the same thing as freaking Richard Allen's words of him being there at the same time as also, because they can't prove he was there. It's only his words that do that, and I guess the car technically, but that's touchy.
I mean, of course, I have my own thoughts and opinions on that, but
Yeah. And yeah, I mean Logan, yeah, that he's the one on the list that I'm gonna say it was unruled. He was ruled unfairly. He should have been allowed as a suspect, or at least been brought in as a third party defense. I honestly do believe in that, because if he's there and the murders happened there, then the common sense is, well, he could have done it. Right. That's it. Period. Or been involved in it.
well, I mean, there were other people that were there too.
And who cut the damn branches? Where'd the saw go? Shit like that. I mean,
Good
were they
question.
pre-cut? We do know that the Webbers had branches in their garage and shit.
Right, because if they would have been cut there would be sawdust. I mean, that's common
Yep.
sense.
Yep. And we do know that they did serve warrants on that house as well. So I guess nobody just thought to ask them, hey, you think the branches came from the Weber's garage? But I remember hearing so many different myths early on in our group or whatever, that they had found like some bloody clothing and some other shit left in the Weber's garage, but apparently none of that turned out to be true.
No, maybe.
Well, yeah, I will. For one, I do believe the person, they got the right person for that case. Is all, but I'll say I don't believe in the case itself is sufficient enough. I
No,
just don't.
absolutely not.
And there's very good grounds on why most of the evidence should be inadmissible.
Yeah.
I mean,
Agreed.
sure, after that, there's a little bit there, and you can take that little bit and you can still identify Richard Allen. Now, if you can get him to talk at that point, hey, there you go. But like I said a
But
million times before,
you see, they didn't, and he continued to maintain his
yeah.
innocence. And I just don't.
Well, I mean, he's gone back to maintaining his innocence for now. We don't know exactly how he's going to respond in due time.
I mean,
Yeah.
and then they were saying that, oh, he made these confessions in prison and this, that, and the other. Well, yeah, of course, they had a
Well, yeah, he
pretrial
told him.
detainee locked in prison, torturing the crap out of him. He was in
Yeah,
the
I
middle of
mean,
a psychotic episode, and he also confessed to cheating on a pizza with a cigarette. So,
well, he also jerked off while looking at a guard scene. Mamas don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys and eating his own feces. So,
well,
But he also did let his dad know, like about a week to 2 weeks before he was announced the confessions, that he was going to, in fact, announce a bunch of bullshit.
Well,
So he was still in
if that's the
the yeah.
truth, if that's the
It, it,
truth, if that
it's in the
really
call.
happened,
Yeah, it's in the call.
then I truly
He-
believe that the reason why he said it, there was a reason why he said it, and I don't
well,
think it had anything to do with him being guilty.
the one confession that's brought up, honestly, there's parts of it that just can't be right compared to the other evidence in the case. That's all. You can't see Bridge Guy going back to his car at 3:41 by 4 witnesses. If Bridge Guy is being interrupted by Brad Weber, if Weber wouldn't have been home until 3:44, there's no logic there. So the fact that Brad Weber interrupted the crime, causing whoever to kill the girls right then, just doesn't. It doesn't.
It
It
doesn't
doesn't
make
jive.
sense.
Because, like I said, we got 4 witnesses that's in the timeline says they see Bridge Guy at 3:41. So he would have needed the 3 minutes or whatever that Weber was gone. He would need that time and then probably a couple more minutes on top of that just to get to where they saw him at, if I remember correctly.
What V just said, I don't disagree with that. I think that is a very good possibility.
But I believe even if he did do it, none of those confessions are true. Um, I'm not sure how else he saw Weber come home. Maybe as he was leaving that specific area, he did see the van pulling up, and I don't know. He's an excuse.
I don't think he saw Weber come home. I think that psychotic
Yeah.
mental health professional fed him a lot of shit.
The only thing I can think of is that the cameras were off even worse than what they thought they were in the first place, and that's the only way. If Weber gets home at like 3:37, it's 3:38, somewhere in that frame. Okay,
Not to
I can
mention,
see
he
that.
wasn't driving the white van.
No.
So that whole white van theory is just bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
He perjured himself on the stand, and the judge just let him do it. Same way with Holman. In my opinion. Don't come for me.
No, I'm just all these cases
Good papers.
just bother the fuck out of me, I guess.
I found some good papers in there. The appraisal from the deposition with Josh Ayers for the federal lawsuit.
Yeah, the
Are you interested in any of that?
change. I remember it was funny as hell at the time because I just took a guess. I was like, yeah, it looks maybe about $50,000 worth of property in a house. And then they pull up the appraisal by Becky Patty and it shows like $49,100 and something dollars. I was like, yeah, see, told you. I mean, here you can't even get any kind of a house insurance unless your group is like, amongst other things. But you have to have a roof every 2 years put in, or not 2 years, but 10 years. And I think the house on Flora's roof was like 20 plus years at that point.
I think it's in a Reddit thread.
Yeah, let's just say it's possible that like you get some crooked insurance agencies, agents or whatever, they get in the cut out of the deal. They make sure that the insurance is allowed to be put on the house, and then the appraiser. I think you can see logical steps in each direction of the corruption and somewhat, even if it's minor, like you can see where it's going and where it's coming
Well,
from.
it's only 2 pages. You want me to read some of it or what?
Go for it.
Whatever's here. I don't know. It just says the appraisal from the deposition with Josh Ayers for the federal lawsuit. And it comes in. This is obviously those court papers of his deposition. So yeah, his answer is yes. The bank ordered an appraisal. And the question, were you there for the appraisal? I was not. Did you review their appraisal? I had to review it, but I don't know what I looked at then, other than the amount. I mean, I don't think I went through it page by page. I knew the amount. And the question, all right, maybe it's here. We've got it as an Exhibit 25, all right. there it goes. Do you see this appraisal? And he's like, yes, ma'am. At this time, the deposition 25 was introduced for whatever. So now somebody else comes up, I guess. Okay, question by somebody. And this is something that you were reviewed before, you said. And he says, when we refinanced, I wasn't real familiar with it. No, I wasn't, other than, okay. And his answer, that we had enough equity to get X amount of dollars. I mean, the bank just said, here's what you can have. And we said, okay. And question is, all right, is that depiction of the home on page 1 of Exhibit 25? Is that how 103 Columbia looked on the date? Then it shows 9/10/2016. And he's like, yes, ma'am. And then we got a Becky March and Patty saying, yes, I did appraise that house, but not for the owner. I did the appraisal strictly for a lender. I did not appraise the house days prior. It was over 2 months prior, and I had no interest in buying that property, nor did I know the owner.
Mind you, MVP Appraisals Incorporated also doubles up as a real estate agency, everybody. I thought I'd just add that. It's not just the appraisal company. They also buy properties and houses and stuff.
All right, pause. Good night, Hebby, my love.
Oh, is she leaving? Sorry, I didn't even look. Habs, you leaving? Who's leaving? Or is she saying good night? Yeah, she's saying good night. Good night, Heather. Good night, Hebby. Carry on.
Wait a minute. Shibby, can you drop a link for that deposition? Is it deposition or is it court document? Whatever document that is, can you drop a link in the chat?
I was muted. Sorry, guys. I'm allowed to share this link, Charles, in your chat?
Yeah, go for it.
Just checking.
I know where they came from. I know where they came from before that and stuff. And like I said, we got the permission. You're not going to hear any complaints from anybody in these situations.
There you go. That brings you to this page here that I'm displaying.
There you go, V.
I got friends in low places.
Oh, there's tons more of that stuff here too on my other screen.
Yeah, in fact, that's one of the links we're going to be. I mean, you can go ahead and post it right now if you want. So
you know what? Why don't I just share this screen with all the links instead of? Can I do that?
Yeah,
you sure?
Yeah, and post a link in the chat too.
This is for the timeline. This has like 20 or 30 links. V, just go to this one here. You guys, just get to that one. It has like the timeline. It has everything. You'll see it when you get there. I'll bring it back to this screen. How's that?
This is the accumulated work.
There you go, everyone. That way you can pull things up and research stuff.
Exactly.
Also,
this is the combined efforts of Paradox, Mao St. Dong, Kathy Clendenning, and I think I forget one. Oh, well.
Basically, what I was trying to say is I was opening all these on a different screen because I kind of had making sure things weren't what they were when I, before I displayed them. So this is where I got that link from. It's down here. But you're better off having all of these. You'll find it. It's an appraisal here somewhere.
Yeah. That way you can
I've seen
see
it. I can remember
everything that you need to see.
That's why the easiest way to back up and show the our sources and all that is just literally to post a link for everybody to see it. That's the way to go.
So it was the Josh Ayers federal lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of these. I got it here from somewhere. From
Trust me, they are still tracking down NGP, but they are still tracking down every single thing that comes out. Possibly as soon as the feds showed up, they reported on that and other stuff. It's totally up to date.
It's one of these links, but anyways.
I said it to some of y'all, but I didn't say it to everybody. The fact that the agents are not responding with members of law enforcement and all that other stuff, My thoughts are that they're doing their own separate investigation, and to do that, well, as I said, it's a hate crime, or they're investigating something else involving the crime, and they're going to solve the crime if they can at the same time. If that gives you any kind of clue to what I'm saying. There's a okay, might as well say it. There's a possibility of investigations be placed into public officials, law enforcement, all kinds of different things. That would be another reason why the FBI is looking into it. And if that's the case, we're going to be hearing from other federal agencies. And I've already heard about one, so
Well, I say good.
no, exactly. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on there, but if something's going on there, it gets proven. And then, oh well.
Mhm. Guys,
Yes.
can I have just a few minutes so I can get up and move?
No.
Yeah.
How dare
I
you?
mean,
My back is locked.
yeah.
Hmm.
Guys, want to go ahead and end this for now? Like I
Yeah.
said,
Want to shut her down?
I'm far from done with this whole thing.
Yep.
There's
3 hours is
too much to
perfect.
tell. Yeah.
Like I said, I offered to find, if anybody can find me a good tribute video, nothing about the fire crap, like some way to tribute these girls on the way out, I will play it.
Well, I mean, let me see if
I've
I
been
can
looking
find
for an hour and
it.
I can't find nothing. Like purely tribute, not a news story where they're talking about this or that or
Oh, I
suspects
know. I was
or
trying to think
fired.
of what James's channel was. If I knew what James's channel was, I'm sure she'd probably
Got to
have
be a
something.
nice
Yeah.
tribute of some type.
Shit.
It's got to be. If you want. I decided
I'm
it'd be nice.
looking this up too. Let's
So
see.
how
I
this drove
still.
by? Is that a motorcycles race you're at or what?
Well, yeah, it's a major road outside, so it's very loud when people do go by, even at this time. Yeah, I'm sure Jinx would have that on Facebook or something like that. Damn it. See, Jinx is the one that goes and she cleans up the benches, and they go out to the graves and they clean them off and everything else. And really, I wouldn't know about the flora if it wasn't for her and all kinds of other people.
There was a section of grave stuff, but I guess that's not what we're looking for. Because I don't see
Yeah,
anything
that's
about tributes.
yeah.
I saw somewhere, and I think it was in someone's video, and I would have saved that and asked for permission to use it because they had a nice slideshow with pictures of the girls.
That's what I
That's
was
what I'm looking for.
looking. Yeah, that's what I'm basically looking for.
Maybe we should have had that. Well, I didn't even think of it till kind of just now. So next time I do, because this isn't just a regular, this is more of a tribute, right, for them.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to do like a regular thing on it all, and I had a feeling it was going to be a lot longer than possible because most videos on this is probably about as long as this one. And
would Meow Zedong have one on her YouTube website? Is everybody in good with her? Is she part of this?
She is one of the people that did a lot of work on the case, so go ahead and post it.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just guessing because I was watching her videos to get ready for this, and I'm sure she has something.
The ending and how the two broke up because Meow Zedong helped Gable and Rose for a long time, and Kathy as well.
Oh.
And
I didn't get that much information.
They did I'm just letting you know they had a falling out. That's all.
I'm just kind of asking, like, if we played a tribute to the girls, she probably wouldn't mind, or
I know Meow. She won't.
You want me to go to her YouTube page?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll try. I got it on my other screen.
As far as this case is concerned, I don't think there's any enemies or whatever when it comes to this thing. Everybody just wants the same thing.
No, I was just trying to. Here's okay. I'm on her YouTube page, but it's on a different screen. You want me to bring it to the screen, and we can go through her?
Yeah.
Or want me just to find one?
Yeah, she should have plenty of them. She's really good at editing videos and stuff. And she did a lot of good research.
This is your channel. I didn't want to step on anyone's toes.
Yeah.
So videos.
I will deal with it if anybody says something. Don't worry about it.
I don't even know if she has one. I'm kind of guessing she might. No.
She did.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's her.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if she still has up all that Florida stuff too. Oh, I didn't think of that.
Florida dash cam. Yeah, she does have lots of Florida stuff.
Okay, good. And the person that
Here we
helped
go.
her
Here we go.
with the drone footage, believe it or not, was
This looks like it might be
yeah, Indie Archive is the one that's doing the drone
Flora
stuff.
Angels.
Yeah.
The remains of the arson, or
Well, she has a lot of good information on Reddit. On
right. But I was
YouTube.
wanted a nice one that didn't talk about fires or anything, just about the girls.
Hmm.
But I was just saying that would be nice. That's all.
So would $1 million, but sometimes we just don't get what we want.
So this looks like the nicest one, I guess. I'll quickly look one more time again. Sorry.
No.
Smoking gun, demolition,
Some
ISP.
things are so fucked up and everything else that you can't help but link them to
me,
people
this
that
one
are
looks.
involved.
This one here looks like the best one.
The Flora Angels
Right
one.
here. Yeah.
I know that there's a lot of creators. Charismatic or no, not charismatic and clever. I can't remember his name exactly, but he makes a lot of music videos, and I know he made some involving Flora, and I'm sure Jinx would have some on Facebook, and that's just me trying to go
Yeah.
off my lines. Yeah,
So
yeah, it's probably the best one.
tell me when you guys want to leave, and you can we'll play this, and then we'll say our goodbyes first. Play this, and then just end it afterwards.
Mhm.
Or if you're staying around longer, or if I got that wrong, sorry.
No, I'm about ready to go at the moment in time because, like I said, I got to start investigating into each suspect individually, which thankfully I have a lot of chickpeas research that's going to help me be wacky about that. But I also got to start looking into the other Indiana fires, which, yeah, that's a lot of shit. A lot of shit. You think you've seen anything yet? No, it gets much worse. Lie detector test cops getting burned, and their kid too, and that one father that died like miles away from his kids in his car, and then his 5 kids died in the fire at the same exact moment. Just crazy shit, y'all. Crazy shit. You'll see.
Which one? Which one was that? Which one is the Logan Sport 6?
Hey, young lady, you don't talk with food in your mouth. I hear it.
That might be what I'm talking about, actually.
No, I'm not.
I'm just kidding.
That might be it makes sense. I mean, I keep seeing it in my mind as 5 kids or 4 kids and his wife, and then the guy somewhere else. But it's probably that Logan Sports 6 or whatever it is. I guarantee it. Because it's so fucking weird. Like, he's far away, miles and miles away. He's young. He's in decent health and everything else. And I can't even remember. They figured it like died. He fucking died. Like, I don't even know how he fucking died. He just died. Okay, in his car. All the while he's dying, his family's dying in a fire. These were actual news articles. I was reading about this, so it's not like some weird myth or whatever or rumor thought up. But no, it was happening at basically the same fucking time. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, man? Indiana gets some weird shit, bro.
I don't think it's coincidence.
There is no such thing in my mind as well. I mean, there is, but there's not at the same time, I guess.
And true crime, not a whole lot.
No, I will agree with on that much. And I mean,
She said. I think Nature Love said someone overdosed. I'm not sure. Did I miss something?
Was it the dad?
She said he
yeah,
overdosed.
he might have overdosed or something like that. I can't remember exactly the reason why he died. But just the eerie fact that it's all happening at the same time, like miles and miles away. What the fuck? What are the odds of that? In Indiana, highly likely. Yeah, I guess in Indiana it's highly likely. Where everywhere else it's not. How
Shibby, you're
about
gonna
that?
stop giving me hell.
I was going to say this went a lot smoother than I thought it was, guys. So I had fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
did
me too.
everybody say hi to Brent?
I don't think. Did he
Oh,
go in the chat?
I don't know. I figured he was lurking.
I didn't see
Nope.
him, and then he had to go to sleep.
Oh,
Damn it.
Yeah.
well, we're here for you, Nicole. Don't worry.
You dirty
I'm
freak.
I'm only kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm like 2,000 miles away from you both. So shush.
Yeah.
You don't know how Indiana works, do you? It's like a curse, and it's going to draw you in. Trust me.
Well, I just know when things go shitty up here in Canada and it gets too cold, I'm coming to sleep in one of your two backyards in a tent. Well, you guys decide, but I'm going to head down there and you guys flip a coin. You can have me.
I've got swamp across the street where the alligators are, so I'm guessing we should take mine, so he's more of a chance of getting eaten by the alligators. What do you think, Nicole?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
if that's the goal, I guess that
yeah,
would make sense.
makes sense.
He's either gonna get eaten by gators or get eaten by the dogs. Take your pick,
Yeah,
Shibby.
I'll pick the dogs,
actually,
and I'll also pick up after them, and I'll cut your lawn too. Just let me sleep
I
in your
wouldn't worry
backyard.
about the dogs in my yard. I'd worry about the cats.
All right, sure.
Oh well.
Because
Yeah, those dogs. The dogs look like big babies. They kind of do look like they're big babies. No,
well, I mean, the ones here are pugs and chihuahuas, so it's like, yeah.
well, hers.
Well,
Yeah,
hers.
they're babies.
Yeah, I wouldn't be afraid of those dogs.
You may want to be afraid of Leonidas, but the rest of
No.
them are. Well, Delilah and Leonidas are very protective of me
Okay, see what you
specifically.
do is you get some raw hamburger and some chunky
Yeah.
peanut butter. You make these big ass peanut butter balls wrapped in hamburger meat, and you just toss them. Minutes later, the dogs will be incapacitated. Minutes later, they can't help themselves.
Right.
Trust me.
What is it? They got a Benadryl or something. The sleeping. Just put them to sleep.
Yeah,
No.
just the peanut butter alone, they'd be like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, they you throw them a couple each, psh, done.
Yeah, you see
That was
that in the
SWAT
movies all
stuff.
the time.
Actually, I think I did get that, in fact, from a movie. It works, though. Honestly, it does. Because there's so much peanut
They
butter in
like
the
their
peanut
raw
butter ball.
food.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've never seen a dog being able to just turn down raw meat like that. Or peanut butter. Oh, Lord.
Spartacus
Combined?
didn't like
Ooh.
raw meat.
But then that's where the peanut butter comes in handy. So even if you don't like the raw meat, you smell the peanut butter.
So there's one last comment here. Nature loves dropping some good ones. So Shannon's daughter and her children were killed, and the father of her children was found dead miles away at his mother's house from an overdose. Thank you,
Yeah,
Nature
see,
Love.
that's what it was. I think that's the Logan Sport 6 or whatever.
Yep. And 1 second. Good night, V. Just let me say, and if anybody's still here, I have a feeling we're going to be leaving soon. So good night, everyone.
Good night, sweet V. Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you to everybody who came.
Yes.
So there's I'll play. There's going to be a 7-minute video on the way out if you want to play. If you want me to play it, Charles, and then after it
Yeah.
ends, just shut it down or do what you want. What do you want to do? It's your
I'm
show.
just going to go ahead and say goodnight. Thank you to everybody in the chat who came and watched, whether you lurked or not. I'm thankful for everybody to have been polite, and thankful to all the creators and all that helped with the research and everything else.
And to the Flora 4 girls, rest in peace.
Yes.
And just as soon.
All right.
I'm going to start looking into this case like I did in Delphi. That's all I'm going to say.
Cool.
Goody.
All right. So good night, guys. I'll hit play after you guys say your last good nights here.
I'm done.
Well,
You get the
then,
last word, Nicole. You get the very last word, Nicole. Say it, and I'm going to play after you say goodbye to everyone.
good night again, everyone, and thank you for coming and supporting.
Technology that can answer the hard questions that we face. When we face challenges, difficulties, pain, and heartbreak in life, we as humans have to find a place to store our unanswered questions. As humans, so we run to theology often and store. We wrap our fears and we tie a bow on top of them and we place our unanswered questions on a shelf. Other people run to psychology. There's some people that just believe that it's karma. The truth is that while these efforts do inform our ill-informed questions of life, they don't satisfy our questions in totality. We still walk away wondering why. There's a glue that holds what we are all facing right now, what we're all wondering and questioning and seeking in this place today. This was 5 years ago. It's the question of relationship and its role and how we push past our combined and united pain. Because I believe part of relationship is sharing the burden, sharing the load. The Bible calls it bearing one another's burdens. It's about how my life makes your life better and how your life makes my life better. It's how we bear this heavy load together. Doesn't matter how long the life is, it still has a potential to make impact. I'm going to stop there, but I think y'all feel the essence of what we've had to do for the past 5 years.
Sisters ages 5, 7, 9, and 11 were killed Monday morning in a fire that also...
There was also a woman inside the home at the time that this thing went ablaze, and so she is also being treated at an area hospital. No word yet on her condition. A truly devastating start to the day for this very small town of Flora. Less than 2,000 people living. I mean, several crews on hand from all across this county out here right now. I'm seeing Burlington firefighters, Jackson Township, the Delphi Tri-Township firefighters, all working in tandem here as a result of this horrific situation out here. As you can see, they just shed a little more light. They pulled a truck up, one of their trucks, and they're shedding more light on the scene here so you can really get a good look at all of the work underway. Dozens of firefighters out here right now, many of them inside the home, hard at work right now. I can't tell you exactly what they're doing per se because no one has came over to talk to this, so I'm still waiting on word from some of these crews here at the scene. People in this area coming up, looking up the house, and just simply shaking their heads, giving the inclination that they may even know who might have lived here. Very unfortunate situation here happening very early this morning here.
Tonight, we watched as people from the community mourned the 4 young sisters who lost their lives. They are children grappling with grief, using candles, balloons, and teddy bears to find some way to say goodbye to 4 little girls taken too soon.
It's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow.
Members of the girls' cheer teams out of Lafayette traveled to Flora Tuesday evening to mourn this horrific loss.
It's awful. It's not, I mean, this is something that changes you forever. We will never be the same. We're not just a team, we're a family. And these girls were everything.
Literally were the children that you wanted your kids to be around, and she was the best mom.
Dozens in the community also gathered on this night to share and pray for the family, especially praying for the mother who's now without her daughters. Neighbors walked from a church vigil to the home, laying down flowers one by one, all trying to comprehend 4 children gone. They say together with faith is now the only way to heal. At the girls' school, counselors are still available for grieving students. Meanwhile, the girl's mother is sedated at the hospital, and we are told she knows her children are gone. John.
That's the girl that we have.
Or fire that killed those four beautiful young girls in November 2016. They seem to have a shadow up there, and I don't understand why.
Concepts, it's simply this. 2 young girls lost their lives viciously in Delphi, Indiana. 4 young girls lost their lives in a fire in Flora, Indiana.
But is today the day in Delphi? Is today the day in Flora?
Let's hope that changes real soon with the feds getting involved. Good night, everybody.